high risk, very low reward. I do not recommend this. We got a stoplight right here. We're gonna go down. Whoa, see that right there encourages Agent U1.
On camera.
It doesn't matter if you're on camera. It encourages road rage when you do stuff like that. So it encourages terrible driving from other riders and drivers because of what you're doing. Just take it to a parking lot, take it to an area that's closed off. It pisses people off, and people are in Jeeps. People are in trucks. People are going to call 911. People are going to pass laws. Now, you don't think it affects anybody else, but look, you almost got your buddy almost hit.
You're on camera.
It doesn't matter if you're on camera. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're on camera. None of it ever matters. So we're riding the wrong side of the road. We're causing issues. We're going to get in front of them. It's like hoping they would hit us. And here's the thing. He's like, you're on camera. I'm gonna do what with the camera? Are you going to give this footage to the police to get him in trouble? Because look at all the illegal stuff you're doing. No, the only thing he's gonna do is post this on MotoStars, Moto Madness, and online. Yeah. So I don't like to encourage watching these things. I don't care too much about this, so we're gonna skip it because it's annoying. We're actually giving him that information. So the only thing that you can do in this situation is not be like this rider. Okay? Don't do this. Don't be this rider. Alright, so moving on with this one.
To make a U-turn in the worst place possible, but fortunately the biker had a chance to react quickly.
Good. Line turn. Whoa! Good job braking in a corner. Good job. Alright, so he did a great job. Now, remember, he got blind corners. He's not hauling ass. He's probably doing the speed limit. He's going to position himself for safety. And he has good skills, okay? He's probably doing some trail braking. He's probably got something where he's able to brake in the corner. So that's going to be one of the top emergency maneuvers you need to know.
The driver decided to make a U-turn in the worst place possible, but fortunately the biker had a chance to react quickly.
So look at him. He's already prepped and ready. He's in orange stage. He's just covering those brakes, right? So you got the sun about to come into your eyes. When you see this, you're like, oh no, sun's about to go in my eyes. Get prepped and ready for that. And you start to see cars. Bad situation. He's gonna start squeezing that front brake while sitting the bike up. Okay, he's gonna be in the middle of the turn. He's gonna be in the middle of the turn, right? And he's looking through the turn. He has his hands on the front brake. He sees the vehicle, so he stands it up and starts squeezing. Okay, so if you do this and squeeze, you could possibly dump the bike that way. So what you do is you're turning, squeeze, and sit it up. And that's what he did. He's doing a great job with his emergency braking in a corner. Look at, see how I slowed down? You don't have to stop. And that's the thing, is you don't have to stop. You just have to slow down enough to allow the vehicle to get their space cushion in front of you. So if he was going 60, let's say he was going 60 or 70 or 80 because he's hauling ass and I'm a badass, getting my knee down and everything. I'm like Max Wrist for Moto Jitsu. We're just doing whatever we want to do, hauling ass around the corners, getting the knee down. If we're going super fast, yeah, maybe trail braking could help you. Yeah, maybe, being a professional and going through 20-something classes will help you. Yeah, maybe. But are you that person? Do you have that training? No. If you don't, go slower. Because right here, that's hard enough to do. All right, moving on with this one. Lots of orange stage right here. There are lots of different things that could be happening. People are loading, unloading. There's a big open area right there. The person wants to get in that one. Everyone's merging. They don't see you. All right.
My God.
Gotta be careful.
Done to this woman. He tried to
Orange stage.
kill me.
All right.
The traffic
Sun on our back.
changed confused the bike.
Intersection, orange stage.
Costly mistake. Ultimately,
Brakes. Ooh, GG. Woo. Woo. Hey, he's standing. Doesn't look like a lot of damage to the Acura. If you're gonna crash, do it right next to the ambulance.
You alright? Are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. I was just
not wearing gear. These are just regular short shirt. Luckily, he didn't snap his elbow hitting. Oof.
Oh my God.
No buenos.
No. red. It's green here, yeah, but the light goes over there.
No, I thought the light was to go straight.
Oh my gosh. That's cool.
So it was miscommunication on where the light is. So let's just take a quick look at this. Let's take a quick look at this.
Wait for all the damages.
So he wants to turn right. He's got his indicator turning right. Yeah. What is up, everybody? Looks like we got some burritos today. It is what? It's Tuesday, right? So it's Taco Tuesday. I like to have burritos, though. But we have some stuff in here for you guys to grab before we go into the classroom. Make sure you hit that like button to sign into today's class. We're going to be having a lot of fun today. We're going to be talking about some crazy bikers and some more situational awareness stuff. Whew. Can't wait to get to it. Free food. That's right, Kenneth. That's right. Go ahead and have some food. Rookies, you guys did a good job. I'm actually starting to like you a little bit more. Let's go ahead and go into class and see what's going on. Whew. Wait. I take that back. Which one of you guys did this? Go and put some music on while I investigate this. Yeah, let's go ahead and erase that and that. All right. Swear. There we go. Freaking rookies. Thought you guys were doing well. No. You guys signed in? Yeah, make sure you guys sign in. We got the sign-in sheet right over there. Make sure you guys sign in. We're going to get started real soon. We got to get some stuff situated. You know, we got to get everyone in. We got 80 people signed in. Now, remember, in order to get credit for today's class, you have to hit that like button. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Whew. How's everybody's weekend? Make sure you guys are Airfart1 signing in. Okay. All right. Interesting. Noah Neutral, taking a burrito home with you. Hey, go ahead. Grab yourself a burrito. Oh, wait, you're not a crew member yet. You don't have that green name. You can have one in class. Only those that are crew members can take it home. We're going to be going over this video right here. Let's see. Woo! That's going to be interesting. That guy looks like he crashed and his shoe fell off. All right, Moto Stars. We're going to have some fun with this one. Logged about 300 miles on the bike this week in the shades. Where'd you go? First time I've seen the sun in a while. It was nice. That's good. Donna Main. What's good? Everything's good. Sitting on the hand with green marker on the fingers. Hey, was that you? Signed in so I can have a donut. Yeah, we got some leftover donuts right now. It's just the sign-in sheet. Yeah, it's just a sign-in sheet. Make sure you guys sign in to class. We're gonna get started talking about some accident scenes and some things that you should not do. Still recovering from COVID, not strong enough yet for riding. Renee, hopefully you're doing fine right now. Mona B, first time catching live. I'm glad you're here. Glad you are here. We have to, Raina, can you go ahead and figure out which rookies were doing this? I appreciate that. Just take away their video game privileges for like, I don't know, a couple hours or something. Make them actually pay for the arcade. Recently saw a video where the biker brake checked a car and got rear-ended. No buenos. Kyle, was that you riding the little the P and the P on the board? Okay. Somebody go get Kyle. Andy, first timer in the live vid too. Hey, good to have you here. I see that mustache looking real fine. Gamefly. Wow. It's a throwback. Netflix is getting in on that pretty soon. How you doing, No 10? Not your papa. but I'll protect you. Come on over here. You can hang out under here. We're up to Harriman State Park in New York. Continue on to High Point State Park in New Jersey and a couple other places. Woo! Long, fun ride. Modular Curiosity is going to pop up on screen real soon. This is bad A. Got himself the membership status. Syndicated 85. Some of you guys are finally able to see. There you are. Finally able to see this live. Get paid to ride your bike to work. Oof, that's the best way. The pen doesn't have ink. New pen for sign-in sheet. Hey, can somebody get him a new pen? We need some extra pens for the sign-in sheet. That one's out. I think one of the rookies were chewing on it also. You guys need to stop. You got this oral fixation thing going on. Ashamed to say I am one of the complications today. Oh no, Nomad 17. Which one? Well, we can actually take a look. Let's take a look at it. I'm guessing you're down here, right? Where are you at? Are you on this one? Or was it... Because we have a couple... We got a couple of videos we can use that we are using. So, yeah, we'll figure it out. Probably... Yeah, we'll figure it out. Next MotoStar link. Okay. Take a look. Talking about this one. We're going to go over this one too. Where you at? There you go. Bad driver. Let's take a look at it. This is your channel, right? All right. So it's just the first one. All right, what's happening here, buddy? Lane filtering. Nice Indian.
Can be dangerous and dependent on the attention of other drivers.
Okay, there it is. Oh, no, buddy. Oh, hey! Could have been a lot worse. Good job on the progressive braking. We'll get to this video, but I just wanted to check it out while you're still here. We're not started yet, guys. Something bent right there. You got the crash bar bent a little bit. So what happened? I mean, it looks like we're going... It's 40, 50, 60, 70. So we're going interstate speeds. But you see how slow everyone else is? We could definitely slow it down a little bit.
This is the best
definitely slow it down a little bit. We didn't anticipate the
attention of other drivers.
Didn't anticipate the person switching lanes, but that's what happened right here. You know, you got the solid, and then it's open for everybody. So that's kind of one of those opportunities for a emerging issue. Good job on the braking. And I know Indian Scouts have ABS, and I notice you have that cruise control little thingamajig. Hopefully everything's fine. Let me read the chitty chat. Make sure you're still in here. I know I was going fast. Should have had hands control. Yeah, on control. Yeah, but you did good though. Like that's the thing is like, you know what? This is the type of stuff we'll talk about it. But since you're here, this is the kind of stuff that can happen whether you're in a car or not. And if it happens in a car, you know, it's a mistake. You obviously didn't want this to happen. You love your baby. You got, you know, is that a rock form, by the way? It better be. Anyways, you got an Indian Scout, ABS probably. You did good progressive brake pressure. You didn't panic, and it was just a clip. So there's nothing you can do. The thing that you could do, obviously, you know, slow it down, but I think you learned your lesson. There's no reason for me to consistently tell you that you should probably slow it down a little bit. But everything else was really good. Just shit happens, you know? Shit happens. Could have been way worse. Imagine 70 miles per hour in the back of that. Ooh-wee. But we're going to go over this one next. Or first. You're here to tell us and mentor and teach us today, so I call that a win. That's a win, buddy. That is a win. Looking at the Discord, looks good. Whew. So make sure you guys are signed in. Make sure you guys are signed into class today. We're going to be going over some of these things. All good. More info in my video description. Okay. All right. We got 110 people signed in. Make sure you guys click that like button to sign in. Once again, I guess we can talk about some updates, some quick updates while we're waiting for everyone to kind of get into class. What should we share? What updates should we share? I'm trying to think of some of the things that I can share with you guys. I can't share everything. Got the rescue booklet process started. So we're going to have like a comic style booklet in production. What else can I possibly share? Because I can't share too much about that. Oh, we had, there we go. So this last weekend. Yeah, I got the fancy shock mount. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it came in quick. That's what she said. Yeah, it showed up. Like, hell yeah. Worked out great. Speed limit, how you doing, newbie? Whew. Yeah, I got NDAs out of my mind. No, but we had an accident scene management class this last weekend. So the editor, Hegworld, he's in here somewhere. Rainin was in it. Nikki from Nikki's Adventures, my wife, was in it. I was there as a student. And we had 2 other crew members, MH and then the Faja. But yeah, so we had some crew members. It was 6 people. It was a lot of fun. We learned quite a bit. We sat through the class. We learned, what to do in an emergency. Just a good refresher for me. I was able to work on some teaching abilities and everything. So we got some rescue videos coming out by the end of the month, and this got some really good feedback. We got some things to work on here and there, but you're gonna have some rescue stuff. So you're gonna learn how to use your trauma kit, you learn how to use a tourniquet, learn how to use the 4x4s, 5x9s, and everything. So it's really cool. At least it was like a good first, step, and we're gonna ramp it up. So what else can I share? So a lot of it's gonna be the rescue stuff. What else? I don't know, there's not too much. Get these people signed in, everybody. Let's get to 200 people signed in, 200 people liking this, and we'll get started. We got, what else? This is going to be kind of like what it is. So it's going to be like a booklet. It's going to be like a little booklet for trauma. Do that. It's a little booklet. Something like this. We got an artist working on it. It's about, 15 pages. About 15 pages working on this. I think it'll be a lot of fun. It's going to be rescue, motorcycle oriented. So we're going to get rid of the stuff that's not pertinent to us and then focus on the motorcycle stuff. Hey, why the fireman? Not something related for motorcycle. Is it something like Popeye? So Amir, great question. I was a firefighter for 11 years. And I created this whole thing while I was still a firefighter. Kept it, loved it. I like alliterations, so I'm leaving it. I've lived it my whole life. My father was a firefighter for 26 years, so just kind of keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Finally got some of my vids uploaded to my YouTube channel. Oh, that's another thing, everybody. If you have some training videos, please send it my way. Let's actually double check. I think we might have gotten a few training videos, so if you're in a parking lot practicing, definitely would like to look at it. We're going to go over some of those things at the end of class. I wonder if we should just go ahead and do some right now. Let's see. And we got one. Not what I'm looking for. We're going to be going over some parking lot stuff. Hey, the boss. Welcome. Luke. UK videos are great. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys can do a parking lot practice video this week or this weekend, we're going to go over that stuff. Think of it as like a free feedback and coaching. I'm going to be talking about We're gonna talk about, you know, what you can do. Like if you're starting to fall in on the turns, we can talk about, you know, more counterbalancing. Talk about, you know, more handlebar turn, more head and eye movement, stuff like that. I'll give you some free feedback during the live stream. Mate, hey, Rescue Baldo, you're right. It's actually it's gonna be Rescue Roberto, and you know, let me check. I'm gonna check right now. It's supposed to be in today. It's supposed to be in today. I'm gonna go ahead and double check the tracking right now. Probably gonna be by the end of today. Dark Sprocket, do I sell my hats on Amazon? No. Did you find somebody selling my hats on Amazon? If so, we need to tell them to take that stuff down because I do not sell anything. Yeah, it's now Roberto. I like Roberto a little bit better. Rescue Rob for short. Ruben, appreciate to have you in the community, and thank you for the kind words. Ruben, we have a free Discord. It's a big chat room, kind of like what you're doing right now. Let's go and take a look at it. This is the Discord right here. The Discord. Big old chat room. Have a ton of fun. Yeah, everyone's typing now. Everybody's typing now. But you guys can join the Discord. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. It's absolutely free. Woohoo! So if you guys want to join, please do so. Oh no, the Baus. Got a little private message from the Baus. What do you think can happen here? What kind of advice do you think we could do differently? No 10. If you're gonna do that in the parking lot, man, record it. We'll put it up on the screen. No 10. Yeah, let's do it. What do you think we're gonna do here? So it's right after an intersection. Looks like we traveled through the intersection. Definite rear-ended. So Syndicated 85, why don't you strictly judge reckless idiots on these videos? Stunting in traffic, dangerous speeding, and mirror smashing is something we should not endorse in any way. There's a difference between endorsing something and what would you say, judging. So judging people, yeah, you can. That means having an opinion. Endorsing would be having an opinion saying others should go do it. I don't endorse it. I do have an opinion on if they're going to do it, then they should do it safely or as safe as possible. I don't endorse at all mirror smashing. I think that's really stupid, and I do call those out. I do call out mirror smashing as stupid. Stunting in traffic, they're taking that risk, whether it's financial, legal, or medical. Dangerous speeding, same thing. They're taking that risk, and they're going to live with the consequences. I'm not a cop. I'm not a judge, so I'm not going to be saying anything like that. Where I come from, my perspective is obviously don't do it because of a safety aspect. I want everyone to be safe, and I don't like it when people get hurt. It's as simple as that. So I'm going to give people the benefit of the doubt. They're all adults. They can go ahead and make decisions on their own, but in order to make the appropriate decisions, you have to give the educated response and educated risk for it. So if some people don't understand the risk, and if they do understand the risk and everything I can give them, they still do it, that's on them. It's not on me. Simple as that. I mean, if I know the risks on a lot of things and I still do it, but I know there's people out there that are probably calling me dumb for it. Everyone's an adult. Everyone's an adult. Do I think stunting on public streets make all motorcyclists look bad? Yes, I do. I do. But in order for newbies, so like bad in everybody for this specific situation. So, do you think stunting on public streets make all motorcyclists look bad? If you replace the situation with anything else, like, do I think bad ideas in public forums make all humans look bad? Well, yeah, possibly. But flip it around. Do you think good ideas in public forums make all people look good? Yeah, I agree with that too. So if there's a bad component to it, there's also a good component. And shutting down the bad component is just going to push it off somewhere else. So if you're able to have a solution that others can follow, and if they choose not to follow, that's perfectly fine. But if you can capture the hearts and minds of people that want to do good or have an option of choosing this or choosing that, well, you need to give them the option. If you just shut down one person, they're still going to find it. So you have to create a situation where there is another option and you can't shut out the rest. Because if you're saying, hey, this is the better option, well, what is it better than? Because if you shut down stunting, well, it's better than stunting. Well, what is stunting? Well, then you have to explain it, and then you have people doing it. So if you just, I'm trying my best to express this, but if you give them the better option and you show them the bad option, you explain the differences between this and differences between that, what takes what skill takes this, what risk is involved here, same thing over here, this is what I recommend, then you're going to win more people over to the good motorcycle side, and you're going to win newer riders that will showcase the smart rider principles, therefore in the long run really produce a different culture. So the goal is the long game for me. I will say I do not recommend stunting. I will say I condemn mirror punching, reckless riding, speeding. I do not recommend, but humans are humans. They're going to do it anyways. So what I do recommend is not stunting and riding smart, not speeding, and you need to ride smart, and no road rage. That's a behavior that you can fix. Do I ride with 520 Moto at all? Yeah, I sponsored their shows. I've sponsored their shows. I don't ride too often though. This last Sunday it was canceled because of the rain too. Everything I give you guys is nuanced. I give you guys all the information so you can make your own decisions. And then I absorb all sides of the information, and then when I want to make a decision, I base it off of not me, but what is the goal that we're trying to approach. That's all I'm trying to do. So the DDFM crew and the Smart Rider principles and the Smart Riders and everything, whatever we're doing here, the goal is to save lives. So I will do whatever I can for that, but I'm not going to do that at the expense of being someone's parent. That's not what I'm here for. You're in Tucson too, Jeremy? Woo! It does make the general riding community look bad when you stunt on public streets and roads and stuff. Yeah. So then how do we solve that problem? Because even, nice conversation here, by the way, Icebones and everybody. So stunting on public streets and roads does make the general riding community. So just the first part of that, stunting on public streets and roads. So what about stunting on private streets and roads? Does that make the general riding community look bad? If it's not, well then how can we get people to ride or stunt on private streets and roads? That's the goal, because stunting isn't the problem. It's doing it in a reckless way is the problem. So how do we make it not reckless? And if the tone is public, stunting in public is the problem, well then stunting in private isn't, right? So if they can stunt in private, there's no problem anymore. Now if you still feel like stunting in private is a problem, then you have a problem with stunting. Because if we can solve the problem of the public, stunting in public, because that's supposed to be the concern, then we shouldn't have a problem with them stunting in private. So if we are able to get them to stunt in private, perfect. So let's look at other industries, everybody. This is a lot of fun. Let's go to my office real quick. There we go, super quick. Look at that, boom. So if we're gonna look at other industries and other, I don't know if industries is the appropriate term for it, but look at other places when it comes to what they have done to curb the same problems and just kind of replace motorcycles with whatever it is they did. Think about skateboarding. Remember back in the day, skateboarding is a big problem, and they're like, how can we get these kids and these people to stop skating in public? How do we get these kids to stop doing some stuff in public? And then even within the actual skating community, some of the people that were skating and misrepresenting what skating was all about, they were having an issue with that, right? So what did the skate community do? They built skate parks. Skate parks where people can go skate, and it's a centralized location. Everyone knows that's where you're supposed to do it, and it's a great place to do it because it has stuff that skaters would need, right? So and there's a lot more opportunities for skaters and skate parks and different everything. So how can we apply that to the motorcycle community? Can't we have like a stunt park? Why can't we have stunt parks? A place for people to go to do it and have it a safe environment, big open area, safe environment, well lit, well taken care of, owned by that community. Because at skate parks, I've seen some of the most respectful kids. I've seen some of the most hardworking kids at skate parks. They take care of their skate park. They bring brooms to brush the dirt and gravel out of the bowl and everything. So how about we develop something to where not skaters, stunters can have an area that they pretty much take care of, right? Wouldn't that solve the problem? Would that solve our stunting problem, everybody? They're not stunting in public as often. They still are, but not as often, because in every city in the United States or wherever, there is a stunt park. There's a way to solve these things. That's what I want to get at. There's a way to solve these things. Nobody wants to do it, though. The reason why I was able to think about this so quickly, I've been thinking about this for a couple years. And part of the DDFM crew and the vision that I have for this company and business or whatever is to start funding some of these things. Because what is my goal? My goal is to keep people safe. My goal is to keep the stunters safe from crashing and getting severely hurt. My goal is to keep the stunters from crashing into other people and killing them and hurting innocent bystanders. My goal is to make the motorcycle community well respected. How can we hit all three of those? Liability is the only reason stunt parks are not a thing. Same thing with skate parks, though. Skate parks, people get hurt, Bob on Bass. So there is a model and a skeleton, right, of how they made that work, and then we somehow apply it to stunting. Now, I haven't figured out the whole situation, but you know, I'm sure there's a way, right? Because if there's a liability issue at skate parks, I mean, skate parks are sometimes municipality funded. The taxpayer dollars sometimes pay for skate parks. I mean, there's got to be a liability with that. So I wonder if there's a way to translate that to motorcycles and motorcycle world. I'm not a stunner, so I can't say for sure, but I wonder if the purpose of stunting is more so the whole showing off and flexing part, in which case doing so in private sort of, yeah. So I mean, but that's the thing, is you're always gonna have like the street racers, right? So think about the track as something closer related to this. The track is meant for racing, and it's meant for high speed training and practice, but it's in a safer environment. It's kind of located. Everyone knows it's there. It's a big situation. You're always going to have street racers doing things like that. But the educated ones, the people that can afford it, I mean, at this point for track, the ones that really pursue it are going to go to the track and only do that kind of stuff at the track. So without a track, right? So Sam Studley, welcome to the crew. If you didn't have a track, where would those people that are educated, well-funded, and all the reasons why they go to the track, they would go on the mountain or they'll do it in the street. So you only can do so much. You can only pull away a certain amount of people, but it's still enough, right? It's still enough to lower, injury rates. It's still enough to really help out. It's not a one-size-fixes it all type thing, but I think it's one really good step towards that. And then there's got to be other different areas. So this place, a safe place to stunt will only solve the problem for a safe place to stunt. The reason why people stunt, Craig, that's another thing that maybe I don't figure out, but hopefully somebody else can. But I think for what I can do, I think building a DDFM crew stunt pad next to training, right? I don't know. Something. I just want to help people. And these are great questions. I'm glad you challenged it. The whole point is to challenge these ideas to make them better, right? I don't know. Go back to class. 186 people in class, but I see 240, 250. So there's a sign-in issue. So make sure you guys sign in. Click that like button. How about everyone who makes a car license should also make an intensive training for bikes to explicitly to be more aware of the bikers and traffic save lives? Yeah, so check your lightning pole. Got distracted real quick. Where? No 10? Where'd you post it? Did I miss it? Oh, your lightning. Do I think education when it comes to intensive training and stuff? I do agree that there should be some type of intensive training. That this was taken 34 years ago, the moment I was conceived. Surprised you were still you're around back then, buddy. It's cool. Extensive training, intensive training. I believe there's a way to do it. I don't know it yet, but I really want to have more training for motorcycles. But there's not too much I could do. We need to switch back to only manual cars. Not easy to be on the phone or distract if you got to shift. But that's the problem. There's a lot of people probably could do better driving with just automatic. There's probably a lot of accidents that were prevented from switching from manual to automatic. I don't know. Not a one size fits all, but having a plan and giving the respect to others, because just shutting down stunters just because they're stunters does not solve the problem. Does not solve the problem. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. When I get pissed off at something, I realize there's a problem, and I know I'm not a bad person. So the problem that's happening doesn't mean they're good, or it doesn't mean they're bad people. It just means there's a problem that's bad. So you got to get rid of the human element of that and find the solution to the actual problem. Because when I do something bad, right? If I do something that pisses somebody off, I know I'm not a bad person. So it's not me that's bad. It's what my behavior, my thought process, my idea might be bad. So I want people to challenge those ideas, and I'll talk about it respectfully, and I'll change my opinion based off of new information. Whew, we got a little deep here today, guys. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. But this is why you gotta, I'm the chief. Hey, this is why I'm the chief. Logic and reason over emotion. Exactly. Quote of the day. One only X-Ram. Quote of the day. Emotion is a good driver to get you motivated to start working. But when you start working and you create ideas and solutions, logic and reason. You're finished. We're a melancholic people. We always bring the party. No problem, syndicated. I love deep conversations. If you didn't know. That was good. You're the chief because you're the beard? What beard? Sean H. 220. Oh, we got 220 people. Woo. Let's get the pen out. Got the pen. All right, I think we're finally going to get started. Pause the music. Thank you. Got to warm up. Speed limit with a 20. Sean H, welcome. Thank you for all you do, speed limit. I appreciate that. Thank you for all you do, by the way. All right. Let's go ahead and hit the record button. Boom. Recorded. Hey, Nathan. Here we go. Here we go. Rear view footage of something.
Demonstration of stupidity from a biker who's overconfident on the road.
Oh, lane filtering, no centerline stripe, in the middle of a curve, going a little too fast, not anticipating the stopping, because everyone's stopping. Rear tire locked up. No gear. Thankfully, he's okay. Lifted the bike. Don't tell him you're going to get on and try to take off. You got a little dent there, buddy. Just put the side stand down and take a look. Oh, is he going to take off? He took off. That was hit and run.
Actually,
Dude's drunk.
Involved in a rear-end collision with a motorcycle, but the motorcycle just took off.
Okay.
That looks like a dangerous
Yeah, we're on
corner. You guys see that corner? Look at the rail, or look at the guardrail on this whole corner.
motorcycle just took.
Look at this.
Actually,
Look at that whole guardrail.
moving. I was just involved in a rear-end
What the heck?
collision with a motorcycle, but the motorcycle just took off.
And then look at on the other side. Whoa, come on, city department or whatever that has to be doing this. Take care of things. All right, let's go back just a little bit. Actually, the whole thing. It was taken out by a semi. It had to have been. All right, so just take a quick look at the area that we're involved here. So it looks like a frontage road. Might have just gotten off the interstate, but either way, it's a frontage road. No centerline stripe, no shoulder. So pretty narrow area, not a lot of escape routes, not really good for positioning for safety and planning your ride. So in this area, take it easy.
Here is a demonstration of stupidity from a biker who's overconfident on the road.
Okay, so thank you, MotoStars. I appreciate you commenting on this. But we're lane filtering right here. Let's take a quicker look, or go ahead and zoom in on this when you're editing. Right here, we got this guy lane filtering, going in between this traffic. Not very smart. And now let's take a quick look at the other vehicles. Stop looking at him, look at the other vehicles, and then look at our vehicle. We are slowing down to a stop. We're slowing down to the stop. Everyone else is slowing down. We're slowing down. He's not slowing down. Let's go all the way to the very end when the guy is calling 911. Look at what we're going through. We're going through an intersection. So more than likely, there was a bunch of vehicles stacked up here waiting for this to be a green light for them. So it was probably a red light at this intersection. Everyone was stacked up around this corner. So this motorcycle rider, not being a very smart rider at all, obviously didn't acquire and utilize personal protective equipment, not paying attention, taking off. So there's going to be other reasons why he's taken off. So maybe a warrant, maybe drunk, doesn't want another DUI, whatever it is. But let's take a look at what actually happened in the crash itself. So we're going a little too fast, and we started going towards the outside. What do we always do when we're going too fast in the corner? We start to fail to navigate this corner and just start hauling ass towards the outside, going a little too wide. Okay, boom, he started going a little too wide. Now what? You start seeing a little bit of that smoke, started to lock up that rear tire. What happens when we lock up that rear tire? It just slides, right? So he'd be really good when it comes to, dirt track, but that's not what we're doing here. This isn't cars where it's like turn left to go right. No, that's not what we're doing. He's having a tough time controlling the motorcycle. Thankfully, he didn't get crazily hurt, but he did rear end this vehicle. No gear. He does have eye protection and everything. That's great and all. Let's pulling in the clutch, pulling in the brakes. I mean, I heard somebody do like, hey, let's just do the two-hand, right? Or the two-finger thing. There's another instructor talking about that. Anyways, we're going to hit the back of the vehicle. No gear. So total stopping distance isn't very good when it comes to this. So this is the moment he starts applying the brakes. He's applying both brakes, locks up that rear. Pretty easy to do on cruisers. But he's just going way too fast. So why would he be going too fast? Why would he not be having any gear? Why would he just get up and take off after crashing? Why is he smiling just like, hey, it's a non-issue, whatever, ha 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 ha? More than likely drunk. More than likely drunk. More than likely drunk. So when you see stuff like this and you're like, man, I would never do that, good, then you probably won't have this issue. The only factor that you're probably not going to do is be drunk. But the other factors that you could be doing is going to be too high of a speed and not negotiating that curve, especially around an area like this where there's an intersection of vehicles stacked up. So ride within the environment, make sure that you see the vehicles, make sure you're not lane filtering, make sure you're not drinking, make sure you're not speeding, make sure you have full gear, make sure you're a smart rider, and let's move on. All right? Holy crap. This guy did the worst thing you could possibly do. Whew. Good thing dented, man.
Involved in a rear-end collision with a motorcycle, but the motorcycle just took off.
Okay, you starting, please?
Yeah, we're on,
Anyways, here we go. Are we gonna do a wheelie? Do it, 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 do it. No? Okay. So it looks like we're antagonizing this Hyundai. Let's not do this, because right now we're being blocked off. If this person decides to cut you off or push you against the curb, you're kind of screwed. Okay, punching mirrors. I really hope some of these people like fracture their hands when they do that. All right. We don't know the whole situation here. Obviously, there was a disagreement. Obviously, there was an issue. But here's the thing. Let's go ahead and remove the argument and issue. If you decide to pass on the right, here's the problem. Right here. You don't have an escape to the right. You don't have an escape to the left. You can only accelerate out or decelerate by applying some good progressive brake pressure. This is not a good position for safety. So just don't pass on the right. Now, if you're going to punch a mirror, you probably deserve whatever it is that's happening. Anyways, here we go. Having some fun, you know, do a little speed wobbles. Big problem with suspension in the front and landing badly or improperly maintained suspension.
That's the second time, dude. I can't keep this bike from leaning.
So, real quick, he's going to go ahead and do his wheelie. Let's take a quick look. So he's going to land his wheelie. And you see how it's kind of leaning a little bit? Now, I'm not an expert on this. Brian636 would be a good one to watch. But he lands. Now, this part right here is what's really freaking some people out. And you can actually get these speed wobbles hitting a bump with your handlebars turned a little bit. So think about that. Maybe in the turn, you can hit a bump and then do this little speed wobble thing. Now, speed wobble thing is that suspension that you have. You have two forks. And it's kind of just doing this. So when I say improperly maintained, maybe you don't have fork oil in this one. So it kind of does this a little bit, and then you have the speed wobbles. If you land a little bit weird, it's going to land like this, but then it's going to hit this one first, and it's going to do this a little bit. So, and also think about this, tire pressures and everything. Springs could be a problem. Speed is going to definitely help this out. So too much speed, don't wheelie and land bad. Make sure your suspension is working well, and you probably won't have a lot of these issues, okay? And also wear gear just in case you do crash, right? Dark, I see that. Road Corp, side of the vehicle, rain, good job with the brakes. Hey. I thought he was on a motorcycle. That's a bike. That looks like a custom bike. Definitely not a Super 73, which, by the way, hey, Super 73, please send me out a bike. I would love to play around on it. Anybody that knows Super 73, please tell them send 2 bikes. 2 bikes, please. I would love to test out some of my theories on being a smart rider on some pedal assist bikes. Please. Super 73. Okay, anyways. Here we go. We're riding. Let's take a quick look, and this is where I can help you out here. So we're going to be going at a high rate of speed. We're on the road. Side of the vehicle is definitely going to be something for motorcycle riders, but you can still use it when it comes to electric bikes like this. So we're going. There's that side of the vehicle. It's going to go ahead and go out at you. Now, these bicycles go really fast compared to normal bicycles. So this vehicle with inattentional blindness, motion-induced blindness is anticipating. Maybe they do see the bicycle, but they don't anticipate it going this fast. So they're going to go ahead and make the judgment to go ahead and go out. Now, here's my big issue with electric bicycles, pedal assist or otherwise, is yeah, speed is one of those things that you can get. You can get quite a bit of speed on one of these bikes. But the thing is, with motorcycles, they also have to help you out when they stop. They also have rider aids. They also have better materials when it comes to handling these high speeds, better tires to handle these speeds. Stuff that has been R&D'd out like crazy on motorcycles. So when I hear, well, yeah, this pedal assist bike gets you to 30-something miles an hour, 26 miles per hour or whatever. It's like, okay, well, what's the total stopping distance? Does it have like Brembo brakes? Does it have like amazing brakes too? What are the tires? What kind of tires you running? Like nobody talks about that when it comes to these pedal assist bikes. It's always just about the speed. Well, how fast can you slow down? Right? So right here, we got the vehicle, side of the vehicle. This is our total stopping distance right here. Remember, this is for a bicycle, everybody. Total stopping distance right here. So the moment we perceive it, here's the bad thing, perceived, we're going to go ahead and react with our right hand. And now this is the amount of braking distance we currently have. Now, this can go away quickly the faster you go. Therefore, pedal assist or even electric bikes, this goes away quicker than if you're just pedaling. So unless you're really fast and you can go 30 miles an hour easily on a road bike. But not everybody that does that. I mean, if you're going 30 miles an hour on a road bike, you have the training at that point. It's pretty easy to twist the wrist and go 30 on some of these bikes with no training. So that's one of the problems that we're having here. So this is the total stopping distance you have. You're not going to be able to stop in time with good progressive brake pressure on terrible brakes, especially bicycle brakes. And we're going to get hit. But here's the thing. If he did not see this in time, he would have hit at full speed. So the lessons we can learn here is definitely pay attention how far you can apply those brakes or how quickly you can apply those brakes and how far you need. And then also maybe don't go so fast when you see the side of the vehicle. Roll off the throttle, I guess, or roll off your legs and start applying a little bit of brake pressure to get that weight transfer to the front tire. And then maybe at this point, hopefully swerve to the left at this low speed, but you might not be able to make it, okay? So this is just one of those hazards that I'm going to start seeing more and more happen. And then also learn how to shut off your bike. Learn how to shut off your bike. Typically, these types of bikes, or typically motorcycles, have an engine shut-off switch, or they shut off when they're on their sides. Okay, so it looks like he's having to fumble with that to try to make it work. One thing I do see that's a major problem that probably caused this, it looks like that's an X-grip and not a rock form mount type thing. He lost his phone probably a mile back. So get yourself a rock form mount, okay? I'm going to see more and more of these, but come on now.
The clear visibility, the driver insists on having the right of way, prompting the bike.
Okay, side of the vehicle right there. That one's going to come out. Intersection. Hey, you handled it perfectly fine, Jamie, my stuff. Whatever your name is. Car probably did take off on the previous video. Okay, doing a U-turn. Hey, good job on the U-turn in wet roads, but don't do this. And in fact, is he going to catch up and have a word with them? I really don't care. Let's go back to what actually happened so that we don't get pretty much pissed off when something happens. So we're riding around, environment right here, wet road, harder to brake. We need progressive brake pressure.
Driver insists on having the right.
And we're looking around. We see the side of the vehicle. We saw this person come out of that area. You can't see anybody else. It's a blind corner because of the wall. So now anticipate. That was a great warning. Let's go ahead and go into orange stage right now and figure out, is anybody else coming out of there, right? So we're slowing down a little bit, prepped and ready. That was a good warning with that red vehicle. Oh, boom, another side of the vehicle. Here we go. Here we go. I was anticipating that. I'm not too worried anymore. I'm going to already slowing down. Person went out in front of me, path of travel violation. Since I was already slowing down, already doing some engine braking by rolling off the throttle a little bit. Just apply some progressive brake pressure. Let the person go by and you go on with your day. That's not what we did. We're going to honk, maybe accelerate a little bit to kind of get closer, but we know we're safe to just really drive the point home. And then here, we're going to go ahead and turn around and take a look. Nobody's coming. Nobody's behind me, really. Let's go ahead and do a U-turn that takes up a lot of room. Now, imagine slipping right there, how embarrassing that would be. Yeah. So, overall, not an issue at this point. Move on. Here we go. Adventures with Redbeard.
So what happens Well, if you watch carefully here, I have a good line on the curve, and then all of a sudden, I straighten up. Now, this is okay.
See, sharp turn. See that sharp turn?
Slowing down, and you're going to be able to get back into the curve. But I didn't slow down. Just for whatever reason, I straightened up.
Multiple turns
now
in this
I've made
turn.
The curve entirely too tight.
Ay. They call that 50 pensing. Anybody here from the UK understand what a 50 pence is? Write it in the comments. That was kind of the aspect. So right here, this is what I was talking about. Is you got that sharp turn. It's probably going to last a little bit longer. Let me go ahead. For those that don't know what a 50 pence is. Pretty easy, 50 pence. Now, what I'm talking about when it comes to a cornering problem is that typically a coin is, a perfect circle. Okay, so a turn is going to be a partial circle with that. So 50 pence is that, let's say we're taking this turn, like this is the exit up here. Let's go ahead and make this a little bit better. Go ahead and make this a little better. Open image. All right, so let's go ahead and say this is a turn right here. We're going to go up, right? So a normal turn is going to be like this, right? That's kind of like the normal turn. We're going up. We're doing a nice corner, right? So when we see this, though, we're going to go up. We're going to go in. Oh, crap, we're too close to the wall. Then we got to turn again. Too close to the wall, and then we got to turn again. So it's like a turn, right? Somebody make that a beat. That's what's happening here. And what happens with that is that you're jostling the system. You're constantly changing things. It's not a smooth arc. We weren't maintaining speed. So watch this real quick.
Now, this is
so watch him go in.
Straighten up, and you're slowing down, and you're going to be able to get back into the curve.
Right here, if we can maintain this, we're good throughout the whole turn. So this line is what we're trying to maintain. Now, how you maintain a line is maintaining your speed, modulating speed if needed, maintaining the appropriate vision, practice. But watch this. We're going to go over here.
For whatever reason,
and we got in, and now we got pushed out here.
And now I've made the curve.
So we went in, and we had to go wide, and now the curve went back in a little bit. Now we're going to have to throw it in more. It's going to cause us to lose traction and low side. So the main thing here is maintaining a good path of travel
get back into
and a good speed throughout the turn.
Just for whatever reason, I straightened up, and now I've made the curve entirely too tight.
And then it got shot out. So he slowed down, sped up, got shot out. He's doing like 3 different turns on this. The main thing here, slow press and roll. Just work on your turns. Go to a track, and this is where a track would really help you out. It's really hard to talk about when we're on the video. Whew. But it's a couple turns when you should just be making a smooth turn. I wish I could take you out and do that. Here we go. All right. Whoa, uncommon thing. Good swerve. Holy. The rider up front. You guys see that? So real quick, uncommon thing in a common situation. These roads, we see a lot of people coming into our lane to pass other vehicles, right? So if we're in this area, just take a look at this, everybody. Burn this image into your head. Maybe somebody might be passing. So great job with the staggering and the distance between the staggering. You can barely see it way up here. You're going to see a red car come in, but then you're going to see the person swerve far to the right and then come back in, and everyone else swerves. Very good. Situationally aware. So he's going to swerve. So this vehicle was being a dum-dum. You can barely see it. So I'm going to try to make it on this one. But look at that. Everyone's swerving to get around it. Good job with the red stage maneuver, whoever this is. Hey, Zalard the Dobre. If that's your buddy, tell him I said good job. Whew. Got lucky. right? So parking lots, many different intersections. Each one of those open spots is an intersection, and that's exactly it. Hey, swerved around it. That's exactly what we do in a parking lot situation when we practice. We're going about 20 miles an hour, 15 to 20 miles an hour, practicing our red stage maneuvers. And that's exactly it. So what I was talking about is this person doesn't have it completely closed, but right here, that's an intersection, 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 intersection. Those are all intersections. This is a line of sight problem right here. You can't see that white vehicle behind the red one. This person stopped because they all want to do this. So this is a good chance for a path of travel, good chance of path of travel, good chance of path of travel. Why? Because it's an intersection, an intersection, intersection. That's why you don't haul ass through parking lots. So we're going 20 miles an hour. And now this person comes out. And what do we do here? Total stopping distance. This is the time we have to react. This is the distance we have to react. Can we stop in time? Probably. We could probably brake in time. But if we can't, what do we do? So we're trying to brake, then we swerve if we have to. Yeah, we do it. And he chose to swerve instead. And that's perfectly fine. Got himself out of that situation. Very good. Very scary. But just remember, this area right here, this area right here are intersections. Treat it like intersections, and you'll have a better time in a parking lot. And also, exactly, Benjamin, also children walking around, but pedestrians. Parking lots for pedestrians and people going into spots. All right, so Jigster Squid Life, here we go.
With the biker's overconfidence result.
About 85.
Outcome.
A little too fast on this one. That guy's not having a good day. That was a high side. Oh, I think we talked about this one previously.
High-sided.
Yeah, we talked about this one previously. A little bit too fast. He's got some road rash on his arm. That's going to be level 2 road rash. That was a high side, very high damage.
Slid out hard.
Slid out hard. That's what she said. Ripped up everything. Whew. Hey, make sure you get some stuff. Come on. Get yourself some gear. Get yourself some gear.
Yeah, fine.
Got a new one. Here we go. DK, 100-something miles per hour. Okay, long line of vehicles. What's the pattern? Our lane is open, right? Hey, cop, what are you doing, cop? Oh, shoot, I was going 100. He's gonna speed up anyways? Whoa. Whoa. Where are we at? I want to know more. What happened? What happened? Holy crap. Here we go. So we're going 100-something miles per hour. Probably recognized it was a cop. The cop probably wasn't having his radar going or something. I don't know. And the cop switches over because of what? Big open lane. Stacked car, stacked car. This state trooper wants to get around everybody. It could have been this vehicle wanting to get around this person. So when you see a big open spot like this in front of you and stacked cars to the right or the left of you, you have a merging problem. And guess what? On interstates or highways or whatever, where you don't have cross traffic, the only real problems that you have are these on-ramps and off-ramps and then mergings problems. That's pretty much all you have. You don't have cross traffic like an intersection. So always watch out. But this is that pattern I'm talking about. Lots of vehicles. One of them's going to want to get out because the other one's slow. We have big open lane. Now, to do this in front of a cop, though, interdesting. We were going 100, and now we're going 82. And we're going to do this like, hey, buddy, what are you doing? Come on, man. You know what you did, too. You know what you did, too. You know what you did. Here we go. Matthew Andrews. So it's at the beach area. Watch out for sand and gravel. And then poor roads. Look at all that sand. Don't get near it. Maintain a nice smooth arc because we're going in a roundabout. And your buddy dumped it in the sand.
Even fell.
Steven. Damn it, Steven. Come Come on, Steven. Anybody know where this is at? This looks familiar. Familiar.
Dude, you idiot! I told.
Well, I'm glad he's doing okay. He lost his shoe
Turn it off.
at Seal Beach.
I turned it off already.
Somebody saying it's Seal Beach?
What's it?
Doraza.
I don't even see any damage.
Yeah, this dude lost his shoe.
You landed in the sand. I know.
I saw some damage.
You're good. At least he
Telltale sign of a beginner right there. Telltale sign of a beginner. Come on now. Come on now. No, I'm glad he's doing fine. He had a jacket on, shorts, it's whatever. So look at where he fell. It was probably slow speed. Right in the dirt. Right in the dirt. So practice your slow speed stuff. Practice. You know, I'm not worried too much about this guy. He's probably doing fine. He's just probably a new rider. Probably a new rider.
in the sand. I know.
All right. Hey, things happen, everybody. Things happen. We got 372 people in class. Make sure you guys are signing in to class. We got our sign-in sheet right over there. Make sure you guys sign in. Click that like button. Remember, we do these live streams every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We're also now requesting you send in your parking lot practice videos by using the link in the chat, or I'm sorry, in the description. And that way we can go over them at the end of class. Okay? All right. Make sure you guys sign in. Okay? And I said link in the freaking chat because this thing, when I push this button, Stream Deck, it gives me a freaking error. Been doing that lately. I gotta keep freaking signing in like 5 times during the stream. Good update. Great update. So now I can push it. I pushed it. And now it's gonna go through. Get your shit together. Holy crap. Here we go. Side of the vehicle or side of the motorcycle. Oh, collarbone easily, but it looks like it's good enough to where he's not going to do it and break it. Oh, what were we trying to do? We're going to have to watch that one real quick. All right, how you feeling, man? You feeling good? You need any medical assistance? We can rescue another rider using our trauma kit that we have on the store. The rescue kit. But he seems to be fine, so I'm not wasting my my stuff on him. Yeah, get out of the road, bye. I'm gonna go get my Starbucks now. Just kidding, Dutch Bros is better. Anyways, we're going up here next to Azalea Street. And we have the side of the motorcycle and a left turner. So we're gonna be going as the motorcycle into traffic. We're the cross traffic. We had a left turn lane right here. We had a truck coming in. We didn't really navigate that very well. Maybe we weren't paying attention too much, so we collided right there, screwed up, and it's like, oh no, we are, losing control of the motorcycle. So what do? We kind of apply the brakes and dump the bike. So we talk about braking in a braking video that we have on Motorcycle Training Concepts YouTube channel, and we talk about this right here. Okay, so if we're riding and we're looking left, turning left, and then slam the brakes, we're going to go left. If we look right, turn right, slam the brakes, we're going to go right. If we look straight, handlebars are squared and pretty much at a T with you and the bike, and we squeeze the brakes, we're going to go in and up. Okay? So look left, squeeze in, down. Look right, squeeze in, down. Look forward, squeeze in, stay up. So when I see this right here, is I see that he's losing control, and this is a typical beginner thing in a parking lot even, is that you're going to do some stuff, and you're kind of like this, and then you squeeze the brakes because you don't want to go into traffic, right? So straighten up those handlebars as best you can and squeeze the brakes. So that's how we kind of dump the bike. Let's take a look at that again. losing control, squeeze the brakes and dump the bike. Went up and over. Now take a look. This will be a good thumbnail, by the way. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this. Maybe I should do this. There we go. Having fun with that. Here we go. Moving on with this anonymous rider.
Lucky since he would have had no chance of reacting at this.
Going a little fast. Going a little. Whoa, shite. Oh. Woo. Woo.
Oh my god.
Check your pantalones on that one over here, buddy. Can't do much with deer, everybody.
God.
Deer are so unpredictable. Animals and little kids.
He would have had
Animals and little kids.
at this speed.
I'll see if I can hit it. All right, I hit pause. That's what I'm trying to say. Deer and kids are so unpredictable. So, if you have the best situational awareness, you have the best fundamental skills, you know how to rescue another rider, and you're probably an instructor. It doesn't matter if you hit one of these things because they're going to come out and get you. So what you need to have is the A portion of Smart Rider Principles: acquire and utilize personal protective equipment. That's the biggest thing here. That's the biggest thing. Also, get yourself a motorcycle quote, a motorcycle insurance quote, because you got to protect the motorcycle also. So right here, if you hit something, doesn't matter how good you are, you can't predict that. You can kind of work it out a little bit, but you need gear to protect you, and you need something to protect your motorcycle. Got super lucky. Woo! But you can't throw a kid on the barbecue. Mark, what are you talking about, Mark? You weirdo. But you're right.
Oh my god.
That would be homicide. Homicide. Not good.
Oh my god.
Here we go. Riding around the side of the vehicle. Good job on the swerve. Saw that ahead of time. Right, Tanner? Right, Tanner? Get the gear. Deer freaking suck. Exactly, dude. Woo! Real briefly, take a look at this. I have a feeling that this rider was anticipating this. Because remember, perception, reaction, and then total stopping distance, or what I like to now call it, decision distance. Okay? So right here, he's going to anticipate that. And you're going to see him start to swerve even before the vehicle really creeps out. So let's go a little bit slower. Maybe my eyes were deceiving me, but watch him swerve a little bit before the vehicle even creeps out. He anticipated it, made it happen. Okay, now start to creep out. So maybe around the same exact time. It was so quick, it was at the same time. So quick. He's in orange stage, definitely. Soon as it just started. Soon as it started. Definitely an orange stage. Exactly, Gator. One more time, and we're going to play through it. This is what orange stage looks like and being prepped and ready. Got out of it. Going to orange stage in intersections, especially when you see side of the vehicle. Great job. Great job. Here we go. 135 flyby, intersection. It's a corner. Slow down, please, please, please. Don't low side. Don't low side. Ooh, lost a little traction. Woo-wee. Lost a little traction on that. I don't know why we're going 90 towards the end, though. Oh, my gosh. So he's going to lose a little traction. We're going 73 miles per hour coming up to here. Maybe slowing it down to 60. Maybe a little, yeah, 60, but we're accelerating. Now, take a quick look how it jostles. What that looks like, or what it feels like, is that rear tire falling out. The rear tire falls out right here. That rear tire started sliding out, but then regained traction. So it's a little jumpy jump. And he was able to maintain it, luckily. Some people panic, so he did a good job maintaining this. But now take a look at the speed. So we're going 55, and we're just like, screw it. Let's go ahead and make it worse. Looks like we started getting little speed wobbles. You guys see that? Once we hit 90. I'm telling you, that's not him playing around. That's not him playing around. Dude, you're going to kill yourself. You're going to kill yourself, dude. Even with a steering dampener. You're You're going to kill yourself. Please stop. Get some help. There we go. Jamie, my stuff. Here we go. Riding around. Watch out for anybody backing up. Watch out for anybody wanting to park also. We're like right on them. Different cultures, different types of way of doing things, but that's not what I'd be doing. Don't be passing people in congested areas like this with this much room. And that's universal when it comes to being a smart rider. You don't have a good position for safety. You don't have very good line of sight, so locating hazards is pretty tough. You don't have a space cushion in front of you, to the sides. You don't have escape routes. Now, you can locate hazards. You probably locate it, but you don't have enough room to do much. You got very lucky that the horn actually worked, okay? Can't really adapt, can't really navigate, plan your ride a little bit better. This is a no buenos. No buenos. Dan, how to stop a tank slapper when it starts to happen from DR Dead Rabbit. How do you stop it? There's a lot of line of thinking on this. Tank slapper is usually caused by the front end steering column and the suspension, like we talked about, the forks and everything. So some people say accelerate, because when you accelerate, what happens, the weight transfers to the rear tire, so now you have less weight on the front. Some people say roll off the throttle, and that's it. But the thing is, that's going to put weight on the front tire, weight on the front suspension where it's actually happening, but you also slow down. So there's a lot of different ways of thinking about it. If you're getting tank slappers, you're kind of at their mercy. You have to think about, what can we do to prevent a tank slapper? Maintain our suspension, maintain our tires, don't haul ass and hit bumps, don't haul ass, don't do wheelies and land really hard, because one of the problems with stunters is they do a lot of wheelies, and then when they keep landing and landing and landing and landing and landing, they damage their suspension in the front and never fix it. And so then they do it again and again, and then finally they do it too much, and that one time it dumps the bike because we have a tank slapper because the suspension's screwed up. So you got to be very careful with that. Very, 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 very careful with that, okay? But some people say roll off the throttle. You can roll off the throttle.
This
Octopodes, here we go.
hit the brakes and came too close to ending.
There's brake lights for a while now. Brake lights for a while now. What are we doing here? Oh, found the escape. Didn't mean to do that. He slowed down a lot faster than I thought he would. Got within a few inches of him. Was sure he was going to pull me over, but he didn't ever notice me. Whew. Got lucky. This is what you call finding the escape path. Okay? But should we have to do this every time? No.
Too long.
So we got lucky.
Brakes.
Real quick, look at what happened. We were switching from the right lane. So we switched from the right lane to get into this lane. Okay, kind of understand the situation. We got brake lights up ahead. We don't know exactly why he's applying the brake lights. We do later on that the brake lights are happening because it's a stacked row of vehicles at the next intersection. But we can't see that. Look at the line of sight. Do you see what's around the vehicle? No, you do not. So maintain the space cushion. So if it starts getting... I do this every freaking live stream, everybody, at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Tuesdays and Thursdays, if you haven't seen it. This. Okay? And this. What am I doing here? This is the cop car right now. And right now, between me and the camera is a certain distance. Let's say it's this distance. Maintain that distance when you're driving. Maintain that distance. If you start doing this, you're getting obviously closer. But how can you tell if you're getting closer? Okay? It gets bigger. It gets bigger. Okay? So when we see this right here, look how small it is. That's what she said. And look how big it's going to get.
He's right on the police car.
It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. That means we're getting closer. We still can't see around the vehicle. We don't know why they're slowing down, but we're having to slow down ourselves to maintain what we originally had. This is what we originally had, basically. It's getting away. It's getting away. It's getting away. So we should be applying the brakes also and trying to match how slow they're going. But here's the thing. If it fails, you screwed up, whatever it is, you weren't paying attention, I don't care. I want you to be safe. So find your escape. Good job with that escape. Good job. That's all I care about. Did a good job. I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. Here we go. Nighttime. Hey, good lights. Looks like we got our high beams on side of the vehicle. We're going to go ahead and navigate around that. Boom. Swerve, baby. Good job. Good job. Look forward. Here we go. Paul Woodley. Side of the vehicle right here. Intersection, right? Orange stage. Okay. Hey, get yourself a rock form now. Come on now, Paul Woodley. Another side of the vehicle. Powering through this. Another Prius. Always a Prius. Here we go. Pompeii learninated randoms. Okay. Side of the vehicle coming out. Good job navigating and adapting to that. It's not an issue at this point. So Kikosphere, here we go. We're riding through here a corner. That person's catching up, getting closer and closer and closer, right? Modulated that speed. Now we're not prepped for this turn. Whoa, buddy. Oh my gosh. Right, Jabari? Insane. So it's another knee down Rossi guy.
The end.
Probably learned it in a parking lot. Because he's not navigating these corners very well with traffic. In a parking lot, you don't really have traffic if you have it all blocked off. Going in circles.
Thanks for watching.
So right here, you got to watch out for that. You really just got to watch out for that. We're passing already. We're doing something dangerous. And there's always going to be that bigger person. And when I say bigger person, I mean dumber person doing this. And then you're going to have somebody following with traffic and almost getting hit. Just be safe. Just be safe, everybody. Please. It looks like we got through one video before the rookies were chewing on the cables. Looks like we're back at it with these rookies. I swear. I swear. Are the moons and the stars and the skies. I'll be there. Oh, we're back? I thought the stream kind of died. Whoops. All right. Guess you guys know what I've been listening to the past 2 weeks straight, non-stop, on repeat. Okay. All right, we should be good. We should be good. Hit that refresh. Hit that refresh. We should be good. I think the cable shocked the rookie in the mouth. We started putting extra electricity in it. Is that Boys to Men? Heavy Harris? No. Go ahead and refresh, Mark. While you guys are figuring that out, come over to the lounge and grab yourself a nice bottle of water. Grab yourself a Rockstar, whatever it is, some caffeine. Grab yourself a burrito. We have bean and cheese, steak and egg. We got everything. None of them are marked, so just take a bite and figure out which one you like. And if you don't, just go ahead and put it back. Wrap it back up. Put it in the rookie pile. But guys, we're going to be getting started again on the second video. We actually had somebody that's in the class talking about this. We're going to be figuring out what's happening. There was actually that person. It was a crew member. But if you want to become part of the best damn online motorcycle community in the world, click that join button like Will just did. How did I know that? Because I just saw him come in. Will, right, welcome to the crew, baby. Welcome to the crew. Good to have you. Play some video games. Have some fun. Watch Raina and everybody do some parking lot practice up there. But grab yourself a burrito, play some foosball, and let's go to class. Whew. What's up, Mojo Jojo? Mojo Joji, sorry. There you go. So how to rescue somebody, and there's all the stages right there. We're going to get started on this one right now. The donuts are all gone. We ate them all. Sorry. It was a great weekend. We'll get some more for Thursday. Here we go. So Nomad, he was in the chat. Or if you're still in here, please say something.
Speed can be dangerous and dependent on the attention of other drivers.
And we clipped him. So he hit his little engine guard. So you see one on this side looking straight, that side looking a little bent. It's an Indian Scout, by the way, using the rock form mount with the coupon code linked in the chat and linked in the description. See, it's all bent right there. Woo! Got some customization. I love this green, by the way. So it's an Indian Scout. It's an Indian Scout. He's doing good with his stuff. So what I said prior to all this is, yes, he was going a little too fast because if you notice, the vehicles on the right are stopped. So we could go a little bit slower than we are, just so we can actually maintain a good total stopping distance. So we're going through here. We're going through here. Now, if you notice, it's a double line. We're in California, so it's a double solid line. So nobody's supposed to go from one side to the other. Now you notice all the traffic blocked up here. Now what happened to the double solid? It changed to a slotted. It changed to, Nomad's still here. So we kind of talked about this before the stream. So now people can switch lanes. So he did recognize that. So take a look right here. So we're just kind of relaxing. And then look at that right hand. It's going to roll off the throttle, reach for the front brake. And we got our left hand reaching for the clutch. So this is the moment where we reacted. We already perceived. We're reacting right here. Okay? And we're trying to brake, and we can't brake in time. Now, that's a lot of distance to be able to brake in, but think about it. We're going 70 miles per hour, so we wouldn't be able to brake in time. We just need another 20 feet. Please, just give me another 20 feet. We could have stopped in time, but we didn't. So he did his best he could, aimed for a spot he could hit, and by hit, I mean avoid. Right, April? Welcome to the crew, baby. So we're going to impact that right side. So I'm concerned about the right knee. So no, did you get any injuries? So I'm worried about the right side. You see the bending of the bar. And then I'm worried about his right hand. But we got the Indian Scout doing pretty good. We avoided colliding right into the back of it. Could have been way worse. We did what we possibly could. And what I told him before the stream was that there's not much you could do in that situation other than slow it down a little bit because of the way the traffic was. How it's all stopped, and see how fast we're passing everybody.
This is the best example of how lane speeding at this speed can be dangerous.
If we could just slow it down, we would have had
other drivers
less total stopping distance, meaning we would have been able to stop it. That's what that means. Jeez, I can't speak. But I'm glad he's doing fine. Crew member right here, by the way. Whew. Did a good job. All right, moving on. My first motorcycle crash. Now remember, this is nighttime. Hard to see. Oh! Gotta pay attention to the road markings. Hard to see at night. So please do not outride your headlight. Okay? Do not outride your headlight. Dan, have you ridden a leader bike, and what's your opinion if they should be sold at all? So my bike currently is a leader bike. Mine's a 1200, the FTR 1200. Absolutely love them. I believe you should be able to buy whatever bike you want. For a beginner, you can still get away with the 1200, but here's the thing. It's a little bit more risky. It's up to you to make that risk management, okay? So here we go. We're going through here. There's that the road marking. It's a right turn only. It's hard to see. Maybe we weren't paying attention. Maybe it's really late at night. We were getting off work. We're just exhausted. We're white stage. We didn't see that. We just think it's, for up at the light because you see the lights way up ahead. So maybe we're just like, we're not putting two and two together. It's where we have to be very cognizant and be in that yellow stage. You're not white stage where you're zoned out, but in yellow stage. And then we're going to hit this. This is why I don't like medians too. I don't like medians. I hate medians. We're going to impact and we're going to have a bad day. Okay? Very high impact, definitely damage the bike. But then we're going to crash and we're going to slide across the ground. So this is why having motorcycle gear And then at the same time, having some type of insurance that will protect your bike for these types of mistakes. Okay? So we can't see it because we're not being situationally aware. We don't have any time or any wherewithal to use any of our fundamental skills like emergency braking or swerving. So the only thing we really have is our acquire and utilize personal protective equipment. And to protect ourselves with that, and then to protect the bike, maybe replace the bike with good insurance. That's all we can do in this situation. If you don't want to use your gear or insurance, make sure you're paying attention. That's pretty much it. Make sure you're paying attention. Never saw it. Never slowed down. He was going 47 to 44. Never saw it. That's what it is. All right, some wheelies and before the intersection. No buenos. Okay, went through it. Jumped in time. We are all over the place. Oh, somebody crashed. Is that the same intersection? Okay, these jump cuts are confusing the hell out of me. I feel like I'm watching Loki or something.
Get up, Craig. Come on, Craig. Come on, Craig.
Uh-oh. He can't get up, so we need to be able to rescue a rider.
Get his bike on the road.
Get off your bike!
Get up, Day-Day. Get up, bro.
Dude, he might not be able
They just
to.
ran into each other right here. Boogieing, bro. Hell. They just both ran into. Yes, bro. I mean, I didn't.
That's all we care about? Get your friend!
How the f that shit even happen?
I don't know. I just saw them on the ground. Keep your mask on, though, bro. It's a hot day. Your legs straight.
Hey.
Then you broke.
Hey, let's lean down right
Yeah,
there.
come on. Go over there.
How you just run into me like that? That might be broke, bro.
Oh no, man. That's broken. All right, let's just take a look at what happened, kind of the situation here. This is definitely a rescue another rider thing. So we just jumped intersections. This is what are we doing here? How do we, what? Anyways, we're going through the intersection. So it's a yellow turn arrow. We're going to make it, we made it through. Okay, we made it through. We came back around. This was the intersection that was the yellow turn arrow. We made it around. We're coming back over this way. That's pretty much what we're doing here. Okay, so now we're kind of oriented.
What?
He's hurt. So there was a collision between two motorcyclists. So the one, I mean, they all collided. These two collided. This one's able to stand and walk. This guy is still on the ground. All right. So we're coming up. We're going to put ourselves in the shoes. We already know this person did wrong. I don't like what happened here. We're coming up. We're coming back around. My concern is him and him. They were in a collision. They're in the middle of a road. They can get hit by another vehicle. My concern is to get them out of into safety, which is going to be where I'm at right now. So I'm going to park my bike, get off my ass, and I'm going to see what I can do. I'm going to try to stop traffic. I'm going to try to do something. If they can't get out and rescue themselves. Rescue another rider if they can't rescue themselves.
Get up.
He can't get up. He's telling him to get up. Okay, cool. Let's think of that as an assessment. Hey, buddy, get up. Oh, I can't.
Get up. Get up, Craig. Come on, Craig.
Okay, yeah.
Come on.
Everyone watched Friday. I can't. Now, if you know your friend, if you've been riding with your friend for a while and you know this person and you know they wouldn't do this kind of bullshit for shits and giggles. If you knew that. If they say I can't, I'm going to believe them. That's because I trust, the people I hang out with. And they trust me. So if he says I can't, I'm going to yell at this guy, start blocking traffic. Because this person could easily hit him. Block traffic.
Damn.
So, block traffic, or at least do an assessment, but definitely block traffic because I'm getting off my bike. I'm grabbing my rescue kit that we have over at, Motorcycle Training Concepts. We got the rescue kit available right now. Right, Skull? Exactly. I'm going to get off my bike, and I'm going to start walking towards him, making sure this person doesn't hit me. I'm going to double check. I'm going to do a quick assessment. I'm going to ask him, why can't you get up? My leg really hurts. I think it might be broken. Oh, shit. All right, man. Let's get you out of the road. Is anything else damaged to you? It's just your leg? Okay, cool. Let's get you out of the road. Let's get you onto safety, and let's do an assessment over there. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Somebody else get his bike. Let's get out of the road. Let's go. Simple as that. Simple as that. But then we're going to sit here, let our buddy be in the... As you can tell, I'm getting a little agitated on this. Our friend, the person we ride with, our crewmate, a DDFM crew member, possibly, is in the middle of the road with a broken leg, can't extricate themselves from the situation, and everyone's just kind of...
Get his bike out the road. Get his bike out the road.
They just care about the bike. Get him.
Get up, Day. Get up, bro. Man, what the fuck happened? They just ran into each other right here. Boogieing, bro.
Help him out.
They just both ran into... Yes, bro.
What do you think? What do you think the priority here is? These aren't people I want to ride with. I don't care about footage. I don't care.
I mean, I didn't catch it, but...
And they're still doing nothing. Go over there and help them out.
How the f that shit even happen?
And then who's this guy?
I don't know. I just saw them on the ground. Keep your mask on though, bro. It's a hot day. Your leg straight. Hey. Then you broke. Hey, let's lean down right there. Yeah, come on, go over there.
It's broken.
That might be broke, bro.
So this is where we do the assessment. We're going to do our assessment. We're going to look at his leg. We're going to palpate. We're going to do everything we possibly can. Make sure there's no major bleeds. He's already talking, so there's an airway. He's breathing. You know, he's got the weird half helmet thing, so thankfully nothing damaged to his face. But his leg, so left leg. So he was probably turning left. Everybody, let's just do a quick little assessment because we're thinking about mechanism of injury right here. He was probably turning left. This is probably him trying to do this, right? And his buddy probably collided into him. So his left leg, he's turning left. Boom, gets hit with the front tire, front fender, something. Snap his tib fib. That's probably what happened. It's not good. Rescue another rider. It's ridiculous. And then he's going to realize, right now, it's probably just like a hairline fracture. And this is why I don't want you guys getting somebody up and walking on a broken leg or doing anything when they're been in an accident. Just made it worse. It's going to realize the hairline fracture, it probably snapped a little bit. Right here. A little bit of weight on it, snapped it. I'm sorry, guys. It's just, you know, treating people... I'll shut up now. Let's move on. Here we go. Intersection, lots of craziness. We got turn signals. Let's not pass right there.
And the rider's excessive speed caused the situation.
This is just a hazardous area, like crazy. Whoa!
Awesome.
His left arm. His left arm. His left arm. His left arm. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. See your hand. I see some flaying of the flesh already. Let's see it. No, let's see it. Let's see it. PH to Hornet. I know MotoStars is the one that edited that. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, he hit a dog. No, I didn't want to see it. Where do you think you have protection on your palms? Or, I just answered it. Where do you think you have protection on gloves? Right on your palms. He blurs that out. Road rash. Let's take a quick look at this. This is going to be demonetized. So if you want to support the channel, we do have the ebook available for the Smart Rider basic training. Use code SmartRider. We're only using 500 of those coupon codes. You get 15% off. This is probably going to demonetize. So you know what? I'm going to throw up the Smart Rider basic training ebook on this one. So what we have here is you can barely see it. Let me know if you can see this. So this is going to be like, you know, his tan skin, right? This is all his tan skin. What we have right here, and it's obvious, that's level 2. That's level 2 road rash right there. So that's your nerve endings exposed. Your nerve endings are exposed and like started to get shaved off. Okay? So that's really painful. That's really painful. Now, if you see the difference between this area and like this area right here in the middle, that is level 1 road rash. And you can see it a little bit more, like right here, how it's like dark. There's dark right there. So like this is the outline. So this area that's in between. That is level 1 road rash. And that is going to be a very bad sunburn. So if you ever had a very bad, like I mean very bad, not just a normal one, but a very bad sunburn, that's what that feels like. So it's not good. It doesn't feel good, but it's not like permanent damage. It's not going to scar. And if it does scar, it's going to be very minimal. What you have in the middle and all this area, that is level 2. That red stuff is level 2. So that is going to be really bad. Now the gouging, that's level 3 with a little mixture of level 2 involved, plus puncture wounds. So if you saw how nasty it was, if anybody's seen burn victims and how they have their skin just kind of falling off, that's pretty much level 3. That's 3rd degree burns, 3rd and 2nd degree burns, and 3rd and 2nd degree road rash. So let's see what happened exactly. Whew. Hey, rookie, can you get that? Thank you. Let's see what happens here. Forgot. Sliding across the ground. That's all it took.
Nossa,
Dog is dead.
Gacei, mano.
That's what his hand looks like right here. That's 3rd and 2nd degree thermal and friction burns. And then we got a little puncture also. That's what 3rd degree looks like. Looks pretty gross. It looks pretty gross. Poor dog. All because we're what? Speeding and not wearing gear.
Nossa, mano.
Pay attention, everybody.
Sei, mano.
Wear your gear. Pay attention. Like I said, animals, you can't predict it. So what can you do in case something like this happens? You get some gear. Be a smart rider. Look at the gravel. Look at the road surface hazards. I'd be very concerned about that. First, I'd be concerned about an idiot like this.
Dude.
So lucky. And then he's just gonna back out in traffic.
God
Oh, yeah.
damn.
Check your pantalones on that one. He did good.
Gosh.
He did good. Didn't panic. Couldn't do anything. Got lucky. Cut me off, I break your rear view. Oh, shut up. Watch, probably didn't get cut off. Stupid. There's obviously something going on prior to this event that we did not see. Something prior to this. What I do know is that this rider that's riding around does not have a rock form mount. That looks like the typical Ram mount. So grab yourself a rock form. Okay. That was dumb. Don't ever do that stuff, guys. Just leave it alone. Move on. Vie tu mono. Here we go. It's me, Mario. Here we go. Oh, knees. Look at it. Can we see your knees? I want to see just that little bit and what it can do to your denim pants. Let's see what just that little bit of scraping do to denim pants. It looks pretty ripped already. Cars following, probably for pictures and stuff. Let's see your knees, buddy. Not you. Pick up your own bike. Yeah, those pants look a little ripped. Those pants look a little ripped. He fell on his butt. Yeah, look at his knees, though, first. Right there. Looks like he's farting sparks. So his knees are scraping. His butt never touched. Woo! Is he using a Cardo at least? Gotta give him that. He's got communications. Funny boy 12375. What do I think about 3-in-1 helmets? You're thinking of modular helmets. I like them. When you're riding, put it all the way down to create a full face. Jamie, my stuff. Here we go. Riding around. Here we go. Got an intersection. Got some potholes right there. We got it. Oh, is this like a dog situation? Oh, please don't get hit. No. So, animals. I don't remember the psychology of it, but animals think two-wheeled, lots of noise types things look like a threat. So some animals do chase it, and it's not just dogs; it's cats. Think of big cats. Think of big animals like buffalo. You see when people ride through Yellowstone. Bears, just anything. So animals just see two-wheeled with noise. It kind of looks like an animal to them. So when you see something like that, just try your best not to get bit. It's up to you if you want to try your best to allow the dog not to get hurt or the animal not to get hurt. But remember, here's the thing. At the end of the day, you're the priority. So do what you feel is necessary. For me, I'm going to try my best to prevent the animal from getting hurt. I don't like seeing animals. I don't like seeing any living organism get hurt. I really don't. Dark Sprocket, new member, by the way. Woo! What does TBI mean? Traumatic brain injury. So a traumatic brain injury ranges from a mild concussion to basically getting your brain blown off out of your head and stuff. That's pretty much what it is. Bruising on the brain, damage to the brain, anything that's caused by a traumatic event, which would be an acute thing like falling down and hitting your head, getting punched in the head, getting in a motorcycle crash. You can have a brain injury without a traumatic incident. So you can have a stroke that's caused by a medical thing. You can have an aneurysm that's caused by a medical thing. You can have a brain disease like Alzheimer's or dementia, which is caused by a medical situation, and that damages the brain beyond repair, like a traumatic brain injury could, but it wasn't traumatic. So a traumatic brain injury is caused by something traumatic, and it's a brain injury. And it ranges from a concussion to your brain leaving your body. Okay? Hopefully that answered your question. When it comes to motorcycle crashes, always anticipate and always expect some form of brain injury, whether it's a very mild concussion, which will heal or should heal completely, or something super aggravated to where you never recover. Here we go. Riding around with the real Gonzalo. Oh no. I remember this one. I think I did a review of this last year. No. She's gonna come around.
U-turn performed by the.
I think she's gonna come around and start freaking out.
Of impact that the bike was coming towards him.
Are you okay? Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I think she got in trouble.
I'm so sorry.
I think she got in trouble for this.
Walk away. Okay. Walk away. I didn't see him. I'm so sorry. Walk away.
There's nothing this guy could have done.
Yeah.
My husband's calling 911.
On my back.
As the biker informed himself, he is currently able to walk and moving around. He's getting better and better.
Good, good. So I think I did a video on this, and there was nothing he could have done. I think she just did like this illegal U-turn. I don't want to say that she was drunk or drinking, but I believe there was some type of something illegal happening here, obviously, outside of the U-turn. At these speeds and at this situation, you don't anticipate somebody doing this. Obviously, she's very upset that this happened. But here's the thing. This is what I really wanted to point out, and I think I did in the previous video, is that if we see something like this, okay, this person was traveling, and all of a sudden they pull off onto the shoulder. This is, to me, is just a little uncommon. Okay, and I'm not saying I would have done anything differently. I probably would have gotten T-boned, or I would have T-boned them too. But this is definitely something uncommon, okay? So just roll off the throttle a little bit. Just roll it off a little bit. Just go into orange stage for a split second. I mean, it might not even do anything for you, but I just want you guys to at least have something to try to do. Not much you could have done here. There's no real total stopping distance. If you could swerve, but I mean, look what you have here. You know, you're gonna have to swerve really far back, really quick, just to navigate around this. Nothing you can really do. He, I believe he got severely hurt, and he only had time to say, "Oh crap," or "Oh shite," and he went up and over. So if you notice, he's not wearing a jacket. He's not wearing anything on the lower extremities. I think he had, like, there's his skin right there, so he definitely didn't have a jacket. He had a backpack. He did have a helmet, so that probably saved his life. So his helmet is right there. It's attached, and the retention system is being utilized, so the helmet didn't fly off, which is good, because he's going to have that secondary impact. There's the vehicle. Look at this. Look how, if you can kind of just gauge, that's the top of the vehicle. We're probably 20, 30 feet in the air. So even if we land on our feet, it's still very dangerous. And I'm pretty sure we didn't just land on our feet. We landed on our feet. We landed on our back. We started tumbling, hitting our head. So having that helmet on, not just for the impact, but also for when we're ejected, is very important. Because look, there's look how high we are. So there's the car. There's the road right next to me. We're going head first. We can kind of orient ourselves to the situation. You see how I'm trying to, there you go. You see how the road, I'll just do this. I got a pen. See how the road and the horizon is right there? So we can kind of orient ourselves. We're upside down. That's what I'm trying to get at. Oh. Damn it, I screwed it up. So there we go, paused it perfectly. We're upside down, and we're going to impact now. The moment things got shaky, like that, is when we impacted. Frame rate can't keep up. We're going to start sliding across the gravel. Immediately torn. That's probably torn from the impact. So that might not have been torn from scraping across the ground. His shoes are gone. I've seen people's feet stay inside the shoes during something like this. So make sure you actually have full gear. Okay, make sure you have some good motorcycle boots. But this is probably torn from the impact, but there's no impact absorption going on. There's no road rash mitigation. We're having just issues all over. Now, he's supposed to be doing good, so I'm glad. That's all I care about. Not much you could have done. And honestly, with full gear, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. With full gear, maybe just very minor difference in the mitigation. Probably a very minor difference just because of the way the mechanism is. Instead of possibly, broken kneecaps or something severe, it might have been just a very bruised or still broken, but not as bad. Might not be shattered, it just might be cracked. With the feet and ankles, maybe he's got a broken ankle here and there. It might have been just extremely bruised, or instead of shattered ankle, it could be just a broken ankle. Anything at this speed, your gear's just basically keeping your body parts together, but doesn't mean they're doing well. feel bad. It's rough. Surprised Motostars is going back over this one. Here we go. Nothing could have done. This one, non-issue. Like, when you see this, everybody, you see this, you're just like, man, why are people getting upset? And then you see something like this, where the person is on the ground, almost dead. This right here is an accident. This right here is an accident. This right here come on, is a close call. And this does not warrant the same reaction. And you see people that deal with this and get pissed. They go around, do road rage, try to punch mirrors and shit. It's not the same. Not the same. Moving on with this one. DD Rider, here we go. See, same thing. We're going to get pissed off. So when you see like a real accident, you start to realize this is real. This is like something that we should be paying attention to. So then all these little things, they mean nothing to me. They're non-issues. When you see a real accident, when you're actually doing CPR on somebody like that, when you're actually having to put pieces of them back together, or they're obviously dead, we worked them for 20 minutes, and we kept working for past 10, but our paramedic is calling the hospital to get a time of death, but we had to keep working it for another 5 minutes because the doctor doesn't like what the vitals sound like, so we work them for longer, then we work them for another 5 minutes because the doctor still says, keep working them, but go ahead and load them up. And then the paramedic says, hey, this is what we have for the past 20 minutes. And the doctor's like, okay, go ahead. Time of death is, 4:51 p.m. And we stop working him, and then we're picking up pieces of his body on the ground. We're putting him in red bags. So when I see stuff like this, what the hell? It's a non-issue. If your life is so good, if your life is so good that this little close call pisses you off so much, you're lucky. You're a lucky person. You're very lucky. When you see people's faces split open and they don't have an airway and you can't do nothing because they don't even have a neck either, they're dead. This type of stuff doesn't faze you.
Yeah, I'm quite happy about
In
it.
this case, the biker witnesses an incident where the driver's impatience ends badly.
Okay, don't back up into me.
An interview, because
Okay.
Oh! Hell!
Could have been bad. How come you didn't see the big white vehicle?
Yeah, no, I'm not joking.
Because there's dumb drivers out of here. Dumb drivers out in here.
He's gonna have to pull up. Yeah. Alright,
Oh, he actually did impact.
you're alright, sweetheart.
He went to rescue another driver. I like this guy. Scotty Two Wheels, I like you.
Interview.
Scotty Two Wheels, I like you.
Oh!
So there was an impact. You can see the scraping. Okay. That could have been bad. That could have been bad.
I've just witnessed an accident, Mum.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah, no, I'm not joking. Where's she going? Where's she going?
She's probably just turning around. Just got a little weird.
Oh, yeah.
So they're gonna pull over. He's gonna check up on this this driver, rescue them if they need to. Lots of panic. It's my car. I wish it didn't get hurt, but did a good job. Did a good job.
Sweetheart.
Just checking up on other humans. I like it. Here we go. Almost hit a supercar. All right. Little honk honk. Okay. That wasn't almost hitting a supercar. Was not almost hitting a super. What is this guy doing? That's almost hitting a supercar. Okay, that makes more sense. What are we doing though? Not very good. I love it when Motostars has to put this music, this specific song over copyrighted material. I think it's from the YouTube library, but it's so bad. It's so bad.
frequent situation in which the driver didn't look in his mirror, didn't signal his maneuver, thus testing the biker's alertness.
Good job not getting hit. All right. I can't stand that music. So what's happening here is we're going to have a merging issue, and we slammed the front brake, caused us to lose a little bit of traction.
Thus testing the biker.
Yeah, we're in the blind spot exactly, Zaraza. So we jammed that front brake, and it caused us to lose a little bit of traction, but we were able to gain it back. That's all it is. It was a merging issue because we're in the blind spot, didn't get seen. And also, I mean, just take a quick look. And you got this vehicle already with damage on it. So it's a good indication what kind of driver this is. So just be careful. Put your hands back on the handlebars. Get yourself a rock form mount. This ram mount, luckily the thing stayed on. Don't do this. Look forward. Just move on with your day. Just move on with your day. We got more? Okay. Here we go. Nighttime. Look at. Can you see past those headlights? No, you can't. No, you can't. Can you stop in between here and those headlights? Probably not. Did you see that? No. Very lucky that nothing crazy happened. Is that a bobcat? No. I think the gate is more of a rabbit. But that tail looks different. That's not a cottontail. Could that be a dog? Might be a dog. I don't know if that's a bobcat or not. Either way, what I'm trying to get at with that is take a quick look. If you're speeding and then maybe you can stop right up here and right here, so this is your total stopping distance, you don't know what's over there. You only know what's right here. So be very careful. It looks like a snowman. There's his eyes right here. Yoink. Yoink. Another one right there. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do this. Do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm losing brain cells today. Guys, I've seen just so much. I don't even know what's going on. Rainin, I think it is on subscriber only. Yeah, subscribers. But you can subscribe and then post right away. I'll do it for 1 minute. I'll do that. Make them at least be a subscriber for a minute. All right, moving on. Here we go. Yeah, the accidental phallus. I love that you're using appropriate terms. Hey, come on, non-issue. Reckless Russ. Reckless Russ, non-issue. So we're going through an intersection right here. We got a left turner. We're not even in the intersection yet. So this is more of an ego thing. So go ahead and apply some brake pressure. Let them in. Non-issue. How many brain cells can we lose? I don't know. I think I got too many, so it's okay to lose some.
It's okay, bro.
The biker on the left is making a mistake by pressing the front brake exactly when the front tire touches the ground.
Oh, that's high impact. You're supposed to use the rear brake, right? Oof. Oof. So you do what you want to do. That's perfectly fine. But just please wear gear.
Good?
No.
Let's see how bad the shirt looks. So he lost his shoes.
Here,
Oh, his arm on the right.
I'd not get your bike.
I think that was his tat too. Oh, look at that shirt. Tore up. His gloves fell off, so not properly secured, by the way. The bike has more protection than him. You see how he's holding his hands out like this? See how he's like this? Because everything that touches his road rash hurts. Everything that touches his road rash hurts. Let's take a quick look at the impact again. So we're going. There's got some good traction on that front tire. Too much momentum. Flipping out. Okay? So there's the impacts all over the body. So we're going to watch it one more time. A little bit zoomed in. Thank you, Jared, for posting this. So we're going to get some traction on that front tire immediately. and we're going to flip up and over. Now, take a look. That's where the hands go, okay? Natural human response because the body wants to protect the core. Now we're going to do our left shoulder. There's the impact of the left shoulder, so you can break your collarbone, have some AC joint issues. There's our hip and back. Shoes already gone. Actually, no, he had white shoes on. His head has been impacted, but he's got a helmet. So very good with that. You could still get a traumatic brain injury with that. Gloves haven't flown off yet. Shoes haven't flown off yet. So we get that tumbling feature going on. And when we have that tumbling feature, that's when things start moving. So right there, we lost our shoe. The bike's going to hit us a couple times maybe. But we're going to be bouncing around. And we're going to start losing some stuff. Now, as us, we're probably freaking out a little bit. This is our point of view now. We're kind of freaking out. Get yourself your rescue kit, which, by the way, we have it on motorcycletrainingconcepts.com. Grab yourself a rescue kit. It's going to have everything you need in there for this situation. I'll talk about what you probably need in this situation with that.
Bro,
So he lost all his protection on his feet and his arms, or I'm sorry, in his hands. He didn't have a jacket. Jacket would have prevented some of the abrasions that he's going to be having and hopefully prevent some type of breakage of what's happening here on his elbows, shoulders, hips. His feet would have been protected with proper gear. His gloves, if they stayed on, and that's probably one of the problems with short cuff gloves. If you had a long gauntlet gloves, probably would have stayed on a little bit better. But you have to think it was a pretty high mechanism. So we start seeing a little bit of road rash right here on that arm. Not too much, because remember the left side went down first, so that's where we're going to have most of it. You can start to see a little bit on it. Okay, here's his, it might be a tattoo, or it could be a transfer from the ground. I don't know yet. But there's going to be some of that road rash going on. So let's go ahead and go a little bit more. So the helmet looking good. Look at where the, I want to say that's a graphic. Nope. Take a look at the helmet. Imagine that's the side of your head. That was shaved down to the polystyrene foam. That was shaved down. That could have been your head.
can you get
So there's, it looks like it's a transfer of stuff.
side and I'll get your bike?
So let's take a look at what happened to his back. So we start to see the tearing in the back. Okay? So it's not going to prevent the thermal transfer from going from the road to your skin. The thermal transfer happens from friction. Rub it's a carpet burn. Think of a carpet burn right now, but on the asphalt. Sandpaper, basically. You're going to get burned and you're also going to have abrasions. So that's what's happened to the back. So it might not look too bad, but you're going to have the burning of the tissue also underneath it from the friction that was caused. The abrasions are what is tearing the fabric itself. Look, you can see his left arm too. See the discoloration from kind of like the white skin to more of the reddish. That's going to be level 1, level 2. Definitely level 2 on the right arm. We're picking up pieces. Now, yeah, it's okay to get stuff out of the way. Now, take a look at what he's doing with his body. I'm going to see if I can pause it. See how he's holding himself? He's doing this because he doesn't want anything touching the exposed nerve endings on his arms. Your skin is protecting you. Just a wind. Think sunburn, everybody. Very bad sunburn. A little bit of hot wind on that sunburn. Maybe taking a shower. A little bit of a hot shower. Maybe a little bit of a warm shower. Oh, too cold. And it hurts. Nerve endings. That's what's happening. Just a little bit of wind. Ow, 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 ow. Nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. So in the rescue kit, what we have is we have 4x4s, 5x9s, roll gauze. We have 2 tourniquets. We have 2 triangular bandages. We have a Sharpie to write the time of when you put that tourniquet on. We have a CPR mask. We have a whistle just in case you need to use the whistle to get people's attention. We have a rescue card, which is probably going to be the only thing that's going to really help you in this situation. It's going to help you focus on what's important. It's going to help you focus on what's important, remember? So you have to remain calm, ensure your own safety, stop the bleeding, quickly assess severity. So in this situation, you should probably remain calm. And then you look at your buddy over there. Oh, he looks like he's in terrible shape. Let's go ahead and call 911 or tell someone to call 911. Now, here's the thing. We have to ensure our own safety, so we have to look for the hazards, which are those vehicles on the road. So make sure we're not getting hit. Make sure we wear personal protective equipment. Also, stop any bleeding. Now, is there any bleeding? He's probably got some oozing blood, so we're not having to do any direct pressure or a tourniquet or even pack the wound. But quickly assess the severity. Now, let's say our buddy, because he hit his head, is starting to show some head injury symptoms. Disorientation, maybe a little bit of nausea, maybe a little bit of vomiting. Can't see very well. He's got a really bad headache. And maybe he's asking the same questions over and over again. Who knows? Think of a spinal cord issue. Loss of sensation. Did you see him walk over there? Maybe he couldn't move his legs very well, his hands very well. What about shocky symptoms? Does he have pale, cool, clammy skin? He's starting to pass out, breathing really fast, very low though. Maybe his pulse is very weak, really high anxiety. So there's the treatment. Stop any external bleeding, lay him down, monitor any changes, and keep the rider warm. The rider needs to go to the hospital immediately if they are experiencing any of these symptoms. Now, one of the things, let's go ahead and put me back right there. One of the things that I didn't mention that's in the kit is an emergency blanket. Now, what is the thing that your skin does for you? It thermoregulates your body. So if it's too cold, it keeps you a little bit warm. If it's too hot outside, you sweat, so it keeps you cooler. When you remove skin and flesh like this, you can't do that. You start losing fluids that you're not supposed to. You start getting hot. You start getting cold. You start now getting into more of a hypothermia state, especially in this area. So with the emergency blanket, put it over him. Now, I don't have any saline, but what you could do if you had some sterile saline, get your sterile gauze from the rescue kit, put some water on that, kind of put it on the burn. But there's not much you can do because they're going to scrape that stuff out at the hospital, and that's going to be painful. But the one thing you can do in an emergency situation like this is keep your buddy warm. You don't want him to get into hypothermia. You don't want him to get into shock. You want to monitor, make sure the traumatic brain injury, if there is one, is not getting worse, and worse. You need to call 911 to get emergency personnel on scene as quick as you can. You need to keep yourself safe so you don't become a victim yourself. And you need to remain calm. It's his emergency, not yours. Okay? We have every trauma kit comes with one of these. Please, guys, pay attention. Also, you can, if you just don't want a trauma kit, these are on the store by themselves also. Terrible situation. Terrible situation. Buy yourself gear and maybe you wouldn't have a lot of these issues. Overall, I know he didn't mean to do it and didn't want it. All right? So moving on with this one. Riding around, intersection, whatever. Stay out of the blind spot. They're doing dumb stuff anyways. Non-issue. Two lanes. So that whole situation with the roundabout, right? We talked about this with the bad crash with this, or I'm sorry, with the previous crash, and then like some dumb stuff. When we see bad road rash and bad crashes like this, and then we move over to this, it's just like, what are we focusing on? Like, what does it matter? The situational awareness and our fundamental skills will take care of this. But if we crash and we get severely injured and hurt, that's the reality. Wear gear, rescue another rider. Be a smart rider, be a part of the crew. Crew members over here on the Discord are smart riders. The Discord is absolutely free. Please join it, please. It's absolutely free. You're going to find a bunch of crew members. This kind of stuff is just ridiculous. Stream Deck again.
Two lanes.
Just be a smart rider, please. Exactly, Kibo no Kuma. I want that to be the takeaway from this. New quote of the day, sorry newbie. I feel like 99% of everything here are non-issues, and the rest could have easily been avoided. It's true. I would put it at like 98% of these are non-issues. 1% could easily be avoided. And then 1% you can't avoid. I think there's like that one little percent you just can't. But it is so minuscule. It's ridiculous. All right, are we going to fail to navigate this turn? Is there going to be gravel on this road because the environment looks like it could possibly have it? Is there going to be an animal popping out because we're out in the wilderness? It's an uncommon thing right there in the common situation. That van driver just probably is probably a motorcycle rider.
Thanks for watching.
Sure glad the driver of the white van was paying attention. That driver, this guy right here, probably a motorcycle rider. Take a look. Here it is. This guy just saw the motorcycle rider coming around. This guy doesn't care, trying to pass the white van. The white van is 360 situation awareness, recognized the vehicle behind him was passing, recognized the motorcycle rider coming, decides to pull over to give this person enough room to get back in. And then we, as the motorcycle rider, found an escape path. We have two smart riders. We have this guy back here, and then we have this guy right here. And then we got this guy being a dum-dum. This is how you can protect other motorcycle riders, by doing what this person's doing. You can protect other motorcycle riders by driving, by doing stuff like that. Or a woman. Yeah, could be a woman. I just say guys is the natural thing. It's like dudes. It's like dudes, you know? But everybody, let's go ahead and swing by the office and hang out. Woo! Come on in the office. Come on in the office. Let's go ahead and have a chitty chat. Let's relax here. I need to calm down. Let's get some music going. Scott, you bought an ebook today. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you learned something. We're developing an e-course based off of that book. Yeah, that brown car is hardly in a lane. Smells like mahogany in here. Sean, you like it? You like my 100,000 subscriber plaque right there? Whew. Discord is absolutely free. Pyro Neko. You guys are weird. See you later, Hiss. Love the beard, by the way. It's nice and gray. You passed your off-road maneuvers test yesterday. Super nervous, but glad to get through it. Drums by Marty G. Woo! Good to hear. Good to hear. No donuts today, Alexa. I'm sorry. Hopefully this doesn't bother anybody, but okay, Google. Search for donuts. Hopefully that messed some of you guys up, actually. I'm developing the DDFM theme. Any ideas for the lyrics? Anything that's smart, rider, and funny. When am I getting that modular helmet, Hani? I don't know. I would have to. I'm kind of waiting a little bit. Thanks for scarring us so much we study. I hope you study. I hope you pay attention to what you're supposed to be doing. Did you see the belated birthday gift I got you? Sending it to Raina to give you. Not yet. You guys got any questions? Or you just want to hang out? You want to hang out? If we're gonna hang out, we're gonna make this kind of like an unofficial thing. Then we're gonna go to my room. If we're not doing questions, we're gonna go to my dorm room. All right? We're just gonna hang out. What are your tips for getting on the highway for the first time? Great question, Geo Scott. Geo, guys, let's go to my dorm room. I think we're gonna have more fun there. There we go. All right. Let's go hang out in here for a little bit. A little bit easier. Just guys, you can pack in. Pack in. It's fine. This way we can see, you know, all these different people that subscribe. Geo, I see you just subscribed. You have a great question. So once again, Geo asks, what are my tips for getting on the highway the first time? So think about the highway. So when you get on the highway, let's go ahead and orient ourselves to the situation. I think we all know how highways work, but we get a little nervous when we're doing something new on something that we've already been doing for a while. So the highway, you're getting on the highway. There's the on-ramp. How do you get off the highway? There's the off-ramp. Typically in town, like around the town, the highway and everything, you have the on-ramp and off-ramps, you know, roughly every mile or two, maybe 3 miles, 4 miles here and there. So think about that. That's your exit path. So get on the highway. And when you're getting on the highway, the on-ramp, just like in a car, you need to accelerate to the speed of the traffic. So whatever it is, let's say 70. So you get it from wherever it starts to the on-ramp, you're getting speed, slowly shifting through the gears, moving through everything, getting up to speed. Now you're on the highway. Now, what you have to worry about on the highway is an emerging traffic. You don't have to worry about cross traffic or anything like that. So there we go. We understand that situation. So now it might be a little bit scary because it's your first time maybe going at these speeds. Now, don't grip too hard on the handlebars. Don't do anything too crazy. Look forward. You're going to feel a lot of wind hitting your chest possibly, so it might be a little bit different, might be a little weird. Grip the tank with your knees. So go ahead and squeeze it with your knee. Start to relax. Be a little loose up top, but gripped on the lower part. So your hips down is gripped, a little bit loose on top. That's going to help you out. And soon you're going to find the balance between all that stuff, but I'm not expecting you to do that on the first try. So let's say you start freaking out, or you don't want to do it anymore. You just want to do a quick practice. Your next off-ramp, maybe it's a mile away. Maybe it's 2 miles away. At 70 miles an hour, that's 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes. So you're only going to be on the interstate for 1 or 2 minutes. So go ahead and give yourself that, I'm not going to be stuck on there. So get off on the off-ramp, the next off-ramp, and practice going from 70 or whatever to that light or that stop sign, that off-ramp. Practice your downshifting. Practice your slowing down, your progressive braking. Go back. I mean, I'm assuming it's like, I'm picturing in my head, you're going over the bridge, right? And you're going through that little area over the bridge. Get back on the on-ramp, going back the way you came. Practice it. Get on the off-ramp, go over the bridge. And you're kind of doing this 2-mile loop, right? You're this 2-mile loop. And what you're doing is on the on-ramp, you're practicing shifting, going at speed for about a minute or two or a mile or two. You're practicing your 70 miles per hour. And then you're practicing getting off on the off-ramp. And you're practicing your downshifting till you come to a stop. And then you're constantly doing this. Think of it as doing it like, you know, your laps. You're doing 10 laps and you're good for the day. You did your practice, you're good. Always stay in the right lane so that way you have an escape path in the right shoulder. And you don't really have to worry about switching to the left lane yet. Just stay in the right lane. And if you're coming in the off-ramp and people are still in your spot, you can just get off on that shoulder. Maintain your speed or slow it down and then get back into speed and come back in. You should be good. Wear full gear just because if something does happen, you want to have that safety net. I hope that helped out, Gio. I got to check. Raynon's messaging me like crazy. I got to check. Somewhat is the same rules. It's a little different. It's a little more relaxed. We're hanging out, you know. Not everybody's going to have the same. I don't have a rule sheet up here, right? Awesome pointers. We'll keep that in mind and be aware of the colors as well. Took the notes on my end. Try to visualize myself in the back when I'm in my car, but it's not the same. It's not, Gio, and you're going to do fine. You're going to do fine. And that's the thing is I like finding a stretch of interstate for new riders that is like a mile between on and off ramps, because then I can just tell them it's only going to be a minute that you're going to be on here, and we're just going to get on and off, 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 until you get used to it. Just remember the first few times, very scary. Then it gets less scary, and then you're just like, oh, not too bad. We do have that Discord, like I was mentioning. It is free for everybody, so please join the Discord. You can ask a lot of these good questions in the new rider questions, and you're definitely not the first person to ask this question, and you're not going to be the last. So once you get through your own process, maybe help out somebody that has the same question. That'd be really good. Sains, any advice on knee pads over the pants? Thank you for all your work. Knee pads over the pants, if you're just wearing regular jeans and knee pads over them, where are the weak points? The weak points are the straps for those knee pads. So when they're integrated with motorcycle pants, there's not as many weak points. You don't want to be sliding and then it rips the knee pad and it flies off and now you don't have one. That's why I like to have it hooked into the full system. Some knee pads are really good. They're not really straps. They're just like sleeves, and that might hold up better in a crash. So find the one with sleeves if you can. How do I upload a video? I've tried to link below several times. It has not worked for me. So main IAC HD Rider, what you're going to do is you're going to upload a training video to your YouTube channel. Keep it unlisted. Go to the link that I'm posting right now in the chat, and there's a whole process for it. In fact, let's go ahead and just go through it. So you uploaded your video. So you uploaded your video to your YouTube channel and you make it unlisted. Okay. So you go through here, you click the link, and this is what it looks like. It's the parking lot practice submission form. And this is just some of the terms and service and stuff, just because I'm going to be utilizing it, you know. So here's the Discord if you wanted to get into it, which, by the way, here's the Discord. This is what it looks like. This is the beginning of it. Boom, come and hang out. We have 1,862 people online right now. We have 8,325 members. Absolutely insane. Love it. And right here, you're just going to post your email. You're going to post your email. You're going to do your YouTube URL. You're going to, what is your motorcycle riding experience? Are you on the Discord? Your username? What type of bike you're using? Are you the owner? And there it is. Simple. This is where you paste that YouTube URL. Right there. Okay? I made the mistake of buying my first bike before taking... Jacob says, I made the mistake of buying my first bike before taking beginner course. I am super nervous to ride and not scheduled to take the class till August. Okay, it's not a mistake. It's perfectly fine. Don't worry too much about it, okay? Super nervous to ride and not scheduled till August. If you're still very nervous, just don't ride. It's going to be there. It's going to be there. What I would do... How did you do that, Nikki? One second. Okay. What you can do before your class is get familiar with your bike's motorcycle controls. So sit on the bike, look from left to right, your left hand to your right hand while you're holding the handlebars. You got your clutch, you got whatever control. So you probably have your turn signals, you have your horn on the left dash part. Look at your actual dash and see where things are at. Look on your right side, you probably have your engine start, engine cutoff. You have all those different things. So start getting used to those things, and that's going to prepare you for the class, because that's part of your class, motorcycle familiarization. And if you really want to, I have a video on motorcycle training concepts. So type in motorcycle training concepts. Motorcycle training concepts. I'm going to go to videos, and right here, common controls. In the engine start switch, we have cruise video series, because we're going to be learning a lot. Off. Now we're going to be focusing on some motorcycle controls, the primary controls and everything. So this is just the controls video. Oops. There we go. If we go back even further, if you have a sport bike, we do have a sport bike. What you can do is click this little button and do controls. There we go. Common controls. Controls on the motorcycle. You have all these buttons, all these different things that do things. What you need to understand is the high beams and then the turn signals and then all these little other controls. For the right side, you have your front brake lever, right, which we'll show you pretty soon. That's going to be the rear brake pedal. So you can go through this whole process right here. Jacob, I would take the class on their bike. Don't worry about taking your bike to the class. If it's the BRC1, just utilize their bike. Utilize their bike. Have fun with that bike. But when it comes to trying to get familiar with the bike that you currently have, I would just play around with the controls. Okay. Hey, Dan, do you think we should filter to the front or stop a couple behind in case of light changes? Benjamin, from what I understand, because Arizona doesn't have lane filtering, but in other areas that do, you filter as far as you can. If the light changes, then you get back into the lane. So if the light is still red, go all the way to the front. Unless you feel comfortable moving into a lane, you don't have to go all the way to the front. That's what I'm trying to get at. If you feel safer moving in back in the lane in a little spot, do that. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. I think the common principle of lane filtering is to be safe, not necessarily getting to the front. So if there is a spot to get in that you feel would be safe for you to do so, do that. Whether it's green or red. How should I go about practicing turning from Dark Flame? At my safety course, it was hard to learn when I was in a group exercise and you're having to watch out for other students because they slow way down. You're probably talking about when you did that traffic part where you have to go in and, you know, when they're ready to go or when they're not there and you have to worry about traffic. You don't spend a lot of time on the turning phases. How you can practice that is set up the same situation in a parking lot. Typically what that's going to be, it's about a 20 to 30 foot turn. And what you can do is, and it's hard to show it without actually drawing it out for you, but what you can do is a parking space itself is about 9 feet wide, the opening, but then the whole length of it where your car from nose to butt on the car is about 18 feet. So if you combine both of them to the next stall, that's about 40-ish feet. What you can do is practice going in from the open area into the parking space, out almost the next one, into the next open area, and that's basically the turn that you can do that you did at the MSF. Make sure it's free of gravel, set up some cones so it's actually an arc, make sure there's no traffic, and you can practice your turns that way. It's really hard to show you. I mean, if you want to make a circle that is 40 feet in diameter, that's basically what you're trying to do there. Thank you, Raiden. You're keeping me on track here. There's a lot of questions. Appreciate it. Hopefully you're feeling better. Uthas589, what is your opinion on airbag systems? I think they're still new when it comes to motorcycles, but they are the future because they have dramatically decreased fatalities in car accidents. At first coupled with seatbelts, and now airbags are getting so safe that seatbelts are pretty much going to be obsolete with the new systems in place. So I'm hoping there's going to be something to that effect when it comes to motorcycles, but they're still new. They're a great safety net, but don't buy an airbag system and think that you're going to be fine. The thing that will really make you as safe as possible is going to be being a smart rider, situationally aware, maintain skills, acquire and utilize personal protective equipment. So yeah, go ahead and get whatever gear you can get, airbag, whatever. Rescue another rider and teach a mentor. Right now, I don't have one. And I think that kind of plays into my opinion. If I was riding a lot more, maybe I'd get a Helite. I just want to say thanks to channel Dan from Giovanni Tolson. I got 17 years experience and still learn a lot, like staying away from position 2 while stopped. Woo! Yeah, make sure you're off to the sides. You don't want to get sandwiched. I like that. Line of sight, good positioning for safety. Love it, Giovanni. Jeff Hubbard, I put a large red tape across my tail pack to indicate it has a first aid inside. Anything else I could do to indicate this in case I need someone to help me? That's gonna be rough, because here's the thing, when you think about it, is you probably are the only one that you know of that has medical training. So what's one of the first things with medical training is basically remain calm and let the training take over. So when somebody that doesn't have any medical training comes up, they're not looking for that. It's almost like an inattentional blindness thing. They don't know, they don't look. If you're unconscious, you can't tell them. They don't know anything. They're going to run straight to you. They're going to get that distracting injury thing, and they're going to go straight to you and just completely forget that you have anything. And even if you did, they wouldn't know what to do with it. So it definitely would help out for those that do have the medical training. So I think the most you could possibly do is what you just did, is a red cross of tape where the kit is. That's the hardest thing to really get. I mean, I've been on a lot of accidents off duty and nobody knew what to do. Nobody knew what to do. I'd be the only one that knew what to do, and there's probably be 10, 20 people, and they're all just standing around with hands in their pockets. And I'd show up and just do my assessment. Nobody was doing an assessment. So that's tough. If you have it in your backpack and you have that red tape, like a cross, like a red cross, hopefully somebody with some training, like if I saw that and you're on the ground and I saw that, I would know what to look for, but I wouldn't know what you had. So hopefully it's definitely something that would help in that situation. So Band-Aids wouldn't help. Should I take the beginner rider course on my own bike or their? Yeah, so take it on their bikes, Jacob. I think I already read that. People should get to know how their bike works and performs. Yeah, Dark Sprocket, exactly. That way you're not looking at it when you're doing some stuff. Video today that show U-turn, S-turn, figure. Where is it? Did you use the link, the submission form, Dutch dash cam? I might have missed it. Oh, area code. Ooh, I love it. It's a rope. It's like a manila rope. I mean, that's what we used back in the day. It's a ladder truck. You see the outriggers, but you see the old school, with the horse and carriage. I mean, they're not wearing SCBAs. It looks like it's still an older firefighter with the ladder truck because they have the long jackets and they have long boots. Nah, it looks great. I'm gonna be drinking out of that thing. Appreciate that area code. I see it. Besides my cruiser, Hani Ismat asks, would you consider having a street and track race / sport bike if you had the resources for, and what bikes? All those sound great. So I have like this power cruiser / street tracker bike with the FTR. Would I consider like a sport bike, race bike, and all that other stuff, even if I have the resources? Probably not. I would get a dual sport, low CC dual sport, and just putt around and have some fun on that. That's what I would do. Probably like a Honda CRF, like 250L, maybe a Honda Monkey, maybe even a scooter. I just think I have a powerful bike. I got my dream bike. Every other bike would be nothing. I'd have to be like something so different for funsies. Hey, would you like? So Cody asks, would you like? What do you think bicycles have? One second, Cody. So do I think bicycles have counter steering like motorcycles do? And also have ever seen anyone fail to do it correctly? I have seen people fail to do it correctly. And yes, bicycles do counter steer like motorcycles once you get to like 15 plus. They do. You have it's same process. Direct steering, counterbalance, head and eyes. You got counter steering, solo press and roll, same thing. That's why they want you to know how to ride a bicycle prior to it. Jeff Hubbard with the 5. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do. I hope I answered your question. Hey, Dan, what is the best bike to start with Jeremy Jackson asked, what is the best bike to start with you've never ridden before? Okay. It's a tough one, buddy. It's a tough one. It's the best thing I can tell you to do is make sure you go to the dealership and sit on a bunch of different kinds of bikes. Sit on sport bikes, sit on cruisers, sit on dual sports, sit on dirt bikes. Maybe you don't even want to do the street anymore. You want to just stay off road. Sit on, did I say dual sports already? Sit on some naked bikes. Sit on some standard bikes. We talk about those bikes in the ebook that we have, the Smart Rider Basic Training. We talk about the different kinds of bikes. So you'll get a better idea for that. That's a tough one. And the one thing that you could do is take the MSF BRC1 if they provide the bikes, which they should. And that way you can actually go there and learn how to ride a motorcycle, and they have a bunch of different kinds of bikes. So that's like a nice little trial run before you buy one yourself. April Nance, woo, welcome, new member. Question, when using a parking lot to practice slow motion movement, do you ask for permission to use the lot in an effort to avoid conflict? I'm asking, and no one really wants me to use their lot. I've come from firefighting, and we like to ask for forgiveness more so than permission and be very respectful. So The best parking lots you can use would be churches during the week or schools on weekends. That's pretty much it. The area I use a dead end in my area, and I'm currently working with trying to figure out a system where you could just do it within a street, like a neighborhood street. But right now, parking lots are pretty much the only standard. After hours or before hours, definitely don't do it during hours. I don't do that. But yeah, schools on weekends, churches during the week, unless it's like a church school, and you're kind of screwed on that one. Yeah, thank you, Rainen. I appreciate that. Great questions, though. Great questions. Thank you, Rainen. Yep. Go ahead. Go to the lounge. Yeah. You're already going. Okay. All right. Bye. Give me some tacos. I don't think she heard me. Had a couple officers stop, but when I told them I was practicing, they were perfectly fine with it, and one actually gave me tips. But I'm in a small town. Nikki, and that's the cool thing. Those are some cool cops, because that's the thing is everyone wants you to be safe. Everyone wants you to be safe in the public safety environment. As long as you're doing it within the rules, you'll be fine. Especially probably since the business owner didn't complain, the cops were there, so it's just whatever. Stadium parking too. Community colleges might be good on Sundays. Giovanni, yeah, I love these suggestions. And we have, guys, you guys need to be in the Discord and become mentors. You need to be in the Discord. We have a new writer question spot. Let me go ahead and bring it up over here. We have a new writer question spot. Okay. So new writer questions. You see right here, the training center. New rider questions, maintenance gear. We at the gym, parking lot practice area. Well, we got the new rider questions. So lots of people with questions getting answers. Look at today. Look at I scrolled up so far. Today at 124. Let's keep scrolling up. Today at 9:10. It is consistently being used. Consistently being used. And then we got the regular lounge where everybody's hanging out. So join the Discord. We're making some changes to it. We're making some changes to it to where it's definitely going to be better. And we're going to find ways for you guys to help out this mission that we have going on. Check out the announcements. Go through the process because we are a partnered server, so we have some checks and balances. Mainly in so Dutch dash cam is always in the practice area. Love it. Worse than definitely not a beginner bike. Turbo boost. He had a high sider 7 weeks ago. Woo! And you probably won't know what happened. Just understand high sides are typically a loss of traction and then a regaining of traction. How you lost the traction in the first place, probably don't know. Regaining a traction, the bike and tires want to do it, so it's just going to be natural for it. So really, it's like, how did we lose traction in the first place? Was it my input, or was it an external input like the ground, like loss of traction from gravel, or was it my input like too much rear brake or too much front brake or something like that? Oh man, that sucks. Loss of traction, foot pegs touched the ground. Mate was driving behind me. Was it in the middle of a turn? It could have been just too much lean angle too, so too much inputs from you. And then just lost rear tire traction and then regained. That might be what happened. Now, why it happened? Because that's what happened, maybe, right? Why it happened, I don't think we'll find out. I don't think we will. You're here being able to talk about it, so that's a good thing. Beer steins look great. Thank you, area code, if you're still in here. All right, I'm going to go to the new rider questions, and I'm going to get going, everybody. I got to get going. I have things to do. I'll see you guys Thursday at 3 p.m. All right? Join the Discord. The Discord is free. Now I'm going to go in the lounge.